Hello, everybody. Welcome back to On the Nose Podcast episode. What is it? I don't know.
69,
Still,
right?
is it 69?
This is 69, I think. We've been waiting for this for a
Is it?
long time.
Okay. Maybe.
I could be wrong.
Hello,
It might be
Dad.
68.
I don't think it's 69.
Is it 68?
Well, it was a preemptive celebration. Anyways,
It's
but
68.
welcome back. It's
Welcome
the
back.
three gentlemen. We got me. We got Gibbs. Oh, sorry, Gibbs. We got Eli. And today, in honor of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever coming out this week, very excited for it. We're gonna do an MCU tier list.
No, Soups didn't like it. Therefore, I can't like it.
Therefore, yeah,
Yep.
we worship
Sorry.
we
Twitter
worship
joke.
Soups.
Twitter joke for you. You
We're
got
Twitter
it.
joke.
gonna dog in your favorite movies.
Yeah, we're
there's
gonna
movies that I
see.
wanna talk about,
We got
guys, but
opinions.
We're
What
here to
rank
piss
is
some
it?
people off.
There's some. I think we'll talk about it on Wednesday. I think we should
Yeah.
do that.
The James Gunn thing
Lots to
is
talk about.
so funny. He
A
still
lot
hasn't
more
tweeted
DC.
about Black Adam. Just want to
Yeah,
throw that
there's
in.
some
I know
news,
It's
but-
so funny. They won't
D-
talk about it. It's so funny.
That's fine.
Oh.
But we're talking about that Wednesday. But for now, we're gonna jump into this tier list. We got
Bravo.
opinions. We'll
I
see. We'll see how much they
definitely-
align. I actually don't know fully how much we align, but I'm
No,
curious.
neither
to
do
see.
I think there's a few movies here that we're gonna
I've
be-
only seen a lot of these movies one time.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Okay. We'll see. All right. Let me
I'm
get
not
us set up.
I'm not
here.
nearly as big
Okay.
into Marvel as I am into Star Wars. So
I
some of
would
the stuff
agree with
is
you
Alright.
there.
some of the stuff is.
There we go. So here's our fancy schmancy list. Down here, so the Spider-Man movies are here and some of the Netflix shows. We're not gonna rank these.
We're just ranking MCU stuff.
It's a debate.
Which
over
I
whether or
made the
not-
argument. I made the
It's a
argument
debate.
earlier if it is NC or not, which I argued it is. And we'll do
We'll
the
see,
stuff
we'll
first,
see.
and we'll see.
In the spirit of
Um,
Phase 4 concluding, I would not count.
That's
that.
true. Phase 4 is concluding. That is a big thing. I actually forgot about that. Damn, that Phase 4 is over.
Phase 4 is over.
Interesting. Interesting.
Maybe we could do a quick
Um,
little phase tier list ranking at the end, but we'll see.
I think
I think Phase 4 is
I think
underrated.
our number one is Phase 3. Yeah, Phase 3.
Yeah.
The goat.
Honestly,
Literally,
I
every
think-
movie in there is goated.
well, let's put some
Which we'll
stuff on
get
the list,
to.
then we can talk about it as we go.
Okay, let's do it. All right, so
These are not
this is random. This is random. I set it up, and then the page refreshed or something, and then they all went back to random. But anyways, so my work is wasted, but it's fine. So we're gonna start with
Everyone's favorite.
good old
Ant-Man the
Everyone's
Wasp.
favorite.
fan favorite, good old Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I would start the bidding
Um,
at like C tier.
What? That's crazy. Because
Or,
I feel like
like,
I'm
D.
usually the one who defends this movie, and I was not going to put it up in C. That's crazy.
I
I'm
don't know.
gonna.
I feel like I'm the Ant-Man defender out here.
You're the Ant-Man defender of the group.
Johnny is
I'm
certainly the
gonna-
Ant-Man hater. That's
true.
true.
I'm just like, it's a character I don't like gravitate towards. I think that's what I kind of settled on. It's just not so like I don't know.
See, it's
He's
funny
cool.
'cause the reason why
I
I
enjoy the movies; they're fun. But
would
I
make
don't
the
know.
argument for C was purely based on the characters that I like in the movie. Like the movie itself, I don't, quite frankly,
Yeah,
I don't think it's as
I don't-
competently made as some of the other MCU movies, but I really like Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, and I really,
Exactly. That's
like,
right.
That dig it,
really-
that dig it, Peyton.
yeah, I didn't say names. I didn't say names. I think the rescue is really cool.
You did a
Peyton
math.
Reed. I think the
No.
rescue is really cool.
Yeah, Peyton Reed, shout out. I don't really like Hank Pym. I don't like Hope Van Dyke. I
See,
don't.
I like all those.
Yes, I
characters.
like all those
Like,
characters. Yeah.
I'm good.
Ghost-
Where are you putting
Ghost
it, Tyler?
comes
Where are you
back.
putting- Are you saying F? Are you saying F, my friend? No.
I'll put no, because I know it's going in F. D is fine. It has some fun moments. I will say. I haven't
Ghost-
seen it in a long time.
Ghost is
but
coming
I-
back for the Thunderbolts.
it's fun.
Everybody, it's gonna be a Thunderbolt.
Literally,
orgy.
that did not like affect my life or like change. Like I honestly, I didn't even like look at it like when that first dropped. I don't care. Did not change my life in any way.
I know Michael Pena
It's
is
not like-
funny in these. Like, he's got funny bits.
So true.
You know,
Okay, well,
Yeah, but
I'm gonna say
I
Ant-Man.
I think
like-
I think it's
it's
just
like
not
a-
funny
better.
anymore to
Where are you
me.
putting
I don't
it,
know.
Levi?
I'm like,
You said D. You
I-
said C.
you
I
guys
would
should
say
see.
because I like all the characters in the movie, but I oftentimes find myself being like, I don't like at all what's happening in the movie. But I like all the characters. Like all the
Yeah.
characters are super well realized. But
That
Yeah, I
puts
would.
you that puts you at C. You need to. I think you need to be a little more.
I don't hate things. I
Harsh.
don't know, man. I just like things.
No, this is.
Okay.
I feel like this is the epitome of like a middle of the line movie.
You have B A. You have SAB only.
I know.
That's like
I
a
don't-
lot of
Johnny,
films to go in
I
there.
don't. Johnny, you know who you're talking to? This is the guy who like a 6
I know.
for me is like,
I am too. I don't hate movies, but this is not. I don't
No,
I don't particularly
Johnny,
like
to try to
enjoy
compare
this
us,
movie.
You are
Sorry.
like you're like a human pendulum, dude. You
One-
walk out of a movie, you
one-
literally. We were just talking about this. You're like, that's the
I know.
greatest thing I've ever seen. And like 6
I
months
know.
later, you're like, that movie's dog shit.
Go back to the No Way Home home video where I come out in my Spider-Man suit and say that was the best. Did I say it's the
movie
best
you'd
day of my life?
ever made. Not even you'd ever
Or
seen.
best movie ever made.
Made,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, well,
I don't. For the record, I don't agree with that. Anyways, so I'm D. You guys are both C.
I don't know. I'm either low C or like high D, but the list hasn't formulated.
Well, we don't
yet,
really
so
have
it's
any
hard to
low or
say,
high
so-
right now. Yeah.
I know that's what I'm saying. So I'm
Go to
I'm
D.
gonna say
Come
C
with me.
for now. I'm gonna say C for now. It'll probably go down
So
eventually.
okay.
Then.
I just think it's like the run of the mill movie.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
Like,
Like,
it's an adequate.
Yeah.
It's a film. You know.
There
But
are
but
bad
I
movies
wouldn't.
on this list. This is not. This is
I
not
wouldn't
one.
put. I'm gonna put average here, but I know that doesn't make sense. But anyways, that's how my brain works. First Ant-Man.
Oh, what would
I'll
you
start.
do?
I'll-
Ant-Man back to back. Okay.
Ant-Man back to back.
And talk.
Getting them out of the way. I'll go first. Like this one a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more up on it. I
think
do
it's
wish
'cause
Edgar Wright directed it.
The remnants of Edgar Wright's hands on it, I think, is what makes
Yeah,
it.
I think that is
ahead.
why.
Once again, sorry.
Yeah, I
Pete.
think everybody was much better in this movie. The story is the origin's really fun, and
just like to this day, I haven't
Yeah.
forgotten like the Thomas
I
the
don't know.
Tank Engine battle and like the sizing up and
Yeah,
like
it's
the,
a fun.
the keychain tank and all those bits. Like I haven't seen this movie in years, but all that stuff sticks with me. And that whole final, like all of it, I don't know, it's just good. It's
Yeah.
a well, it's
This
a
is
really
a-
well
this is a
crafted.
I like Yellow Jacket's a solid villain. I will
Yeah.
say I liked him a lot.
You got
This is
some
a big-
Hydra
you know,
stuff in there, you know.
The
at end, like,
heist, the heist part is great. The Hydra's in there. Agent Carter's in there if you even remember that.
Yeah,
This is a
opening,
B for
Um,
me.
this is the
Yeah.
opening where it's your first moments of like Marvel is using de-aging because it opens in the old Shield headquarters. Yeah, and like you see,
Yeah, I was just talking about that. Was I talking about with you then? No, who was I talking about?
there's like some
Oh
cool
no,
scenes in
never mind.
this.
Talking about my roommate. But anyways, yeah, just talking about that. Yeah, and,
This is a B for me.
yeah, I have to.
I
Put
think
it.
I
Well,
think a B. This is a
again, if
yeah,
this was more fleshed out, I probably put this top C.
I think this is.
I know
this
I
is
could put a
what
bottom B. Bottom B.
This is a B for me for now. We'll
You
get
guys
into
need to think
top
about how many other
later.
stuff we
I
have.
I
know.
know. I am thinking. There are
Okay.
much,
I like this-
much,
I like-
I'll
much
put-
worse movies than Ant-Man on this list. So
No, I hardly agree.
Honestly,
But
I'm
alright,
putting
so
in B
I'm gonna put it at B.
just because I'm tempering. Honestly, like this movie for me is, when I remember, it's probably like an A. I really like this movie, but it's a B.
I agree, but B is fine for now.
I think.
You know what? Yeah, I'm starting to rethink because I actually do really like this movie.
It's B. It's B.
I think this
We have a lot of niche shows to go through.
I
too.
think this yeah, I know. I think this is in my top 10 MCU.
I think it is too.
Motherfucker has it's in his
What?
top
Yeah,
10.
what-
We put it in C.
man.
No, I'm
Yeah.
I'm starting to think. I'm starting to
Then
think.
put it in
No,
B.
I said B. I said B. I know I
Okay.
said C originally. I said B.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it in B. Let's put it in B. Good.
Yeah, I think it's fine for B because there's just there's a lot else on this list.
Is this
Okay,
Avengers
Age of
1?
Ultron.
Or
Age of Ultron.
Yeah, Age of Ultron.
Who's gonna start? I
I
wonder
can
what
start
our
with this movie. I feel like I like this movie a lot more than most people
Than
do.
most people, I do as well.
Like I think
I
I
do.
think Hulk
You
and
don't?
or I would just say Bruce and
Oh, do. I love this
Tony
movie.
like working on
Oh, you
stuff
do? Oh.
together. That stuff's great.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love that stuff. Yeah.
Like
I
and
like
think
Ultron.
All the first act, I love it. I love the party they have at Avengers Tower.
just
Yeah,
the
I love that
fight
scene.
at-
And when
at-
when
at-
fucking
Ultron,
vibe.
dude, when like Mark 1 Ultron like walks
yeah,
in,
that's all really
creepy.
great. Fortunately, all this Sokovia fight sort of just a copy paste of Avengers 1.
But you
That's
know
the only
what?
issue with
I like
but
it more than
I don't-
Avengers 1.
I don't agree and I don't hate it.
It's too
Yeah, I feel like it
similar.
does.
Like battle.
I like
against
Age of
Avengers
Ultron more than
2.
Avengers
I could argue. No, hold on. I could argue what's better, but
I like this
Age of
movie
Ultron
more
is
than
definitely
Avengers
good.
1, man. I like this movie
Oh,
more
I
than I
don't.
do.
I don't either,
Avengers
but we'll get to
2012.
that
I
when we
don't.
get there.
I
But
like
I'd
Quicksilver,
probably
and I
put
like
this.
I like Scarlet Witch, and I like the opening.
I,
I like Stryker's
I could put
Castle.
I could put this I could put this here.
I think
To
I put
me,
this in like
no,
bottom A.
the wood chopping scene.
Bottom
Oh
A.
my
Dude,
god!
think about Vision
When
and Ultron
yeah,
conversation
Vision,
in the woods
Ultron,
there at
when
the end of the movie.
when
A
freaking-
Vision, yeah, intro of
when
Vision.
Cap
There's a lot
when
of really
great.
good stuff in
when
this movie. I
Cap
think it's way
when
overrated.
Cap rips that piece of wood in half, like just that, like just the way that scene is
There's a
shot.
lot of downtime in this movie, and it's all
great.
good.
It's excellent. Nick
Its
Fury,
only
Nick
issue
Fury
is
in
the
the
big
shed.
issue of this movie is that it's orange. Like they put
It
this
is.
weird color tint on the whole movie that just.
I love
doesn't
the
look very
fight.
good.
I love the fight
Eh,
when Scarlet
I don't
Witch
think
and
really
Seriously,
agree.
go and
Quicksilver.
watch that in
Like
orange movie.
this is a superhero movie where people do the superheroing. Like watching Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, like when they turn, they start to try and save the people on the train. Like they're saving people, and it's like one of the few moments in the MCU where you're like, yeah, they saved somebody. Like that train gets derailed, and like Ultron, like the freaking boxcar takes off. Like it's awesome, and like all the drones and
Yeah.
stuff, like that, all that stuff in Korea is. I think it's in South Korea. I want to say.
Plus, Agents of Shield spent a lot of time sort of ramping up in Age of Ultron, which I appreciate. So I like it more for that as well. It's like the last like big tie in the Shield.
Got the
in
whole
the MCU.
got the whole sun,
I
all the suns getting low, real low, big guy, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, this
No,
is a good.
a lot
I
to
love it.
like.
This is
A
an A
lot to
movie.
like.
This is an
Claws in
overrated
it.
movie.
Andy Serkis, friend of the show.
Yeah, Claw, friend of the show. Yeah.
This is an A.
Yeah,
to
I'm
me,
just
this
trying
is
to think
A.
if I
This is
really
A.
think it's A. 'Cause I think I like Ant-Man as a movie better than this.
Whoa, man, you crazy man.
I don't necessarily hate
No,
that take.
I need to- I need to
I
think,
know,
I need
but
to think, I need to
Johnny
think, it's
crazy.
hard.
Johnny will
They're
come
kind
and
of they're
just
kind of on the same.
dog on
They're kind of on the
Ant-Man,
same.
like you dog on Ant-Man.
It's
so
not
much.
I don't know. It's just not a character I particularly
I know,
enjoy.
but characters that you do enjoy are in
The speech,
Age
the
of
Hawkeye
Ultron.
speech, man. The speech to
Yeah, a
quickly
lot of great
Wanda
moments.
Okay, well,
Maximoff
me and Levi are
in
saying A,
Sokovia.
so
Like this is an A,
I think
man.
this is ending up in bottom A.
Like that stuff with the arrows, like with Clint and Wanda on Sokovia hits me way more than anything in Avengers 1. I love that scene. It's so good.
Okay. Sorry,
He's
one
talking like
sec, I'm gonna-
it's one of the last MCU superhero movies. It's one of the last superhero movies where like a big part of the movie is about what it means to be a superhero. Like we don't really do that a lot anymore, where it's like you got to save people. Like that's something that a lot of movies nowadays, superhero movies, like in the comic book genre, they're just like it's not really about that. Like yes, that's what superheroes do, but that's not really what it's about. Like the saving people
Yeah.
part has fallen to the wayside, and this movie was still
I can
very
agree
much
with that.
about like you got to be a good person, save people.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
like
agree
it.
with that. Oh, yeah, I'll put it. That's fine. It would be bottom A, I think, if this is a longer list. But yeah, I think that's fine. So I'll put it in A for now.
I agree, but like I think it deserves to be an A.
Okay. Well, I think we're all in agreement, right?
What is it?
Infinity War.
Infinity War is
It's
S
Infinity
tier.
War S. I mean, yeah, it's
Alright,
S.
Probably
It's one of
this is probably gonna be top of this. I think this is probably
Yeah,
the best
it's
Marvel
this
movie.
is probably.
I much
Yeah, I don't-
prefer it to Endgame.
I could argue, but
I much
it's good.
prefer this to Endgame. If you want
okay.
an Avengers movie, this is.
I mean, if you want to talk about it,
Really?
yeah. I mean, it's
You're more of
goated.
an Endgame than Infinity War.
No. Sorry, I was saying I was leading. I was
He
thinking
was
about talking about the
alluding
next
to-
Oh,
to the next one.
gotcha.
next thing. No, sorry. It's goated. I mean, do we really need to say anything else? It's really good.
It's a really good movie.
Everything's good. Marvel's
Okay.
best. Here it comes.
Come on, guys. Come on, please.
Here it comes.
Come on, please.
I want to hear
Ben,
Johnny
Ben,
first.
ready? Ben, ready? Ready?
I want to hear Johnny first.
3. No, we're gonna go. We're gonna go same time.
no. Levi made some points like pre-show here, and like
Okay, automatic
he
F.
swayed me a bit.
It is not an automatic F.
I don't like this movie from top to bottom. I think Brie Larson has a really bad performance in this movie. She's good in the other movies. She's not good in this. Sorry. I don't like any of the characters. I don't even like Captain Marvel. It's just not. There's no arc. It's the same flatline character. Like even the VFX sucks. The third act is like such a weird third act. This movie made me hate Nick Fury. Not hate Nick Fury. Not like Nick Fury. Or like him less. Overall this movie just not Skrulls. Sure, I don't think they were great though because I'm used to more like Savage Skrulls, which we'll see in Secret Invasion. But I think they sucked in this too. So.
All right, Levi.
I personally, this is strangely an MC movie that I've seen probably the most. Like I've seen this movie like 6 or 7 times. I
That's
I
sad.
I have seen it. I've seen it because it just so happens. Like I don't know, circumstance
15
rise.
hours of your life. You're never
And it's
gonna get
also that
back.
it also just happens that maybe an unpopular opinion here, but I like this movie. I like Captain Marvel. Not only do I like Brie Larson in the role, but honestly, this movie gets put ahead because of the supporting cast. The supporting cast for me really works. I love Monica Rambeau. I think
Mid.
okay, she to me is great. I love all the whole plot with like the movie opens and she's part of the Kree, like she's on the special forces essentially, and you have like that guy from Guardians is there. What's his name? I like Ronan. Like
Yeah.
you get Lee Pace's Ronan again. Like I love the connections to the cosmic MCU. Like it feels like it fits in that world, and all the stuff with the scrolls and it's a commentary on like the surveillance state and stuff, and like oh really it's the Kree Empire subjugating these people, and I love the shape shifting element, and I love the sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
We'll get to later. Like that's why I have Cosmic MCU so much higher on my personal list. To me, this works, and coming like her crashing at the blockbusters, it's all the '90s stuff, and you get de-aged Sam Jackson. Like to me, that's cool. I'm looking at de-aged Sam Jackson. That's a cool thing that I'm enjoying. And on top of that, like Ben Mendelsohn is one of my favorite.
But he's not good in it.
And I think to me the performances like of the side characters of all the supporting cast, like Phil Coulson again. I don't know. It just works. Like I just like it. I don't know. I can't really say much about it because anything I say as like a plot point that I like, you're like, oh, well, that's bad. So it just works for me. I don't know. Like, what can I say?
Doesn't
Jude
work for me.
Law,
I mean,
Jude Law works for me.
Jude Law is awful in that movie.
Von
Oh
Rogg.
my god, such a bad villain. Like unbelievably, like probably one of the worst Marvel villains for sure.
There are worse Marvel.
Anyways, one of the worst.
You guys are both making good points right now. I'm listening to both sides here. There's so many things I hate about this movie, but then there are things I do like. Like,
what are some things you like? I'm very curious.
I liked Fury in this movie. I thought he's fine. I like the Skrulls a lot. Ben Mendelsohn is great. I liked it. I like Coulson. Huge Agents of Shield fan here.
Like,
but
there's
I
a
hate
flavor to this.
Watching Fury in this is
the Kree
painful
stuff is awful to me.
Kree's,
oh my god, way better. The Kree.
Kree and Skrulls, dude, they're both
is like, I'm with Johnny there. He's just like awful, and that like fight at the end, it's just like it's so white. The third act.
Do you guys remember the? Oh, wait, was this a deleted scene or was that in the movie?
I'm just like.
Do you remember the part where she's like in that like void?
Movie. I'm sorry. I just like don't like Captain Marvel, and I just don't like her like story or arc in this movie. But everything else, like, there's good stuff in there.
She doesn't have one.
I think there's good stuff in there, but
she doesn't have enough.
If I'm gonna have to put movies on F, like I don't know. If you want to put like Black Widow and F later down the line, then like this is a worse movie than that. So this is going F for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's tough.
I know because you made some good.
Where are you putting it?
I think I'm up on it. But
to me, this is another like it's a C. Like there's a lot of
no, it's not a C. If we're two Fs against a C, I guess it's going in D.
Yeah.
Bottom D though. We need to make clear that. But
what's this next movie? It needs to be an F.
Winter Soldier.
One in each.
S.
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier S.
You have something to say about it?
I mean, my only like maybe controversial take about it is that I don't think a lot of the action has aged as well as we like to remember.
Oh my god!
No, he's right.
Completely, wholeheartedly disagree.
No, I
That's
really
probably the best part about it.
No,
I
go
really
and
don't
watch
think...
that final fight between
God, guys.
and Bucky, like up on the helicarrier,
on
like,
the glass of the helicarrier, like on the windows
in my head, it's really good. But then every time I watch a clip from this movie, I'm like,
it's not as good as you think. This is a great take.
It's not as good as I remember.
The bridge scene's pretty good.
Falcon's action. This is probably the best Falcon
stuff is great. I agree.
I'm not saying this isn't a good movie.
No.
I'm just saying like it's not.
No, I'm talking about the action specifically.
I don't think it's as good as we remember.
This is an A for me. Like if we're trying to keep S sort of sacred, like this is like definitely a much above average MCU movie. But
I'm sorry.
Greatness.
It's tough because.
Is he watching it live?
I always flip flop. No, okay. I always flip flop what I like more, First Avenger or Winter Soldier. I'm trying to think what my stance is gonna be. That's gonna depend on me.
I have probably a hot take about this.
Oh, you don't like First Avenger? I bet that's your take.
No, not my take. I like First Avenger more than Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
They're probably pretty even. This is going A. Well, it's going A either way. We
All right,
got two
I think it
A's
should be
and one
top
A.
A. Top A for
Yeah,
sure.
well, that's how we
Like
do
better
now.
than
So I
Yeah.
put it above A.
Good.
It's probably better. Well,
I just think
I don't like it better than Age of Ultron, but
I don't
Yeah.
either. I would put it below.
Really?
I really think if you go back and watch it, the plot of that movie is really good, but a lot of like the
So
way
good.
the way it looks though, isn't nearly as crisp or clean as you remember it. Like the editing is kind of bad sometimes. I'm like,
I agree.
oh,
actually,
Black
this
Widow's
is
so good in it too. I
I
don't know.
know
what you guys
you're
talking
right. The
about.
characters and plot are good. That's what he's saying.
Action's good too. I don't agree. Don't agree.
now there's some stuff that I go, man, that's a lot of cuts.
Yeah.
Like I always think about like him fighting what's his face, the jumper, the guy who was in
Badger the Leaper.
the Leaper.
Great
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, in my head I'm like, that is a great fight at the beginning of the movie. He's fighting the Leaper on the ship. But then like some of the shots just
Oh
like
my God, the
aren't
ship
very
scene,
good.
dude, it's so good.
I know, but like
I-
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like you were like in my head I'm like, it's great, and then I watch it and I go, no, that's not
I would
nearly
want
as
this
good.
movie below Age of Ultron personally, but
I would have it below Age of Ultron as well.
that doesn't really matter that much.
Why do I have it above? So I guess we'll put it.
2v1, yeah. Yeah,
First Avenger. This
I
could
fucking
this
love
could be
First
an
Avenger.
S. This could be an S.
This is another A.
This
for
is my
me.
take. I have yes.
You have
Could be an S.
This is Joe Johnston who designed the Millennium
There's stuff
Falcon.
over. There's stuff
Star Wars-
over this.
Star Wars royalty
but-
Joe Johnston directed Jurassic Park 3, Jumanji,
Mhm.
amongst many other things.
Mhm.
Joe Johnston whips out a fucking banger of a film in Captain
Goated.
America: The First Avenger. I
Goated.
love this movie.
Top to
It's
bottom.
really
Goated
yeah,
movie.
It is. Yeah, it is.
I-
a
okay,
fantastic movie.
I don't think it's S. I take that back. I don't think it's S.
It's
But,
A. Yeah,
but
it's
to
A.
me,
It's
this
top
is
A.
this
I
is
think
like
this is. I
top
think this is
A.
a Marvel S. I don't know.
Hugo Weaving's Red Skull is one of the best things in the MCU. All that shit
I agree.
introduced.
I think this is a stand. I think this as a movie. This is a
Arnim
great movie.
Arnim Zola is a staple of the
Like-
MCU for a while. You know, Bucky Barnes, like getting a Sebastian Stan as Bucky
Yeah.
Barnes is a staple for a while. I love the Howling Commandos.
Yeah.
All
I think
like
it's a
set up
really
so
good
many
blend of like humor
Agent
and
Carter,
action in
bro.
the MCU.
Agent Carter.
like yeah,
Darren,
good shit.
Agent
This is
Carter.
a top A
Come on
for
now.
me though. I just
Yeah, top A.
I'm
I
pretty
agree.
selective with the S's here.
I'm gonna be bottom S, but I'll.
I
just
no,
love
I
them.
think top A. Yeah, I think top A is a good place for it, just because it is the
top
most.
top to bottom. This movie is goated.
It's extremely solid. All the production design I particularly love, like Red Skull's
Yep.
car,
Yep.
so fucking sick. Like the long
The-
Hydra car.
Oh, now we're doing Civil War.
Yes.
I think I'm learning that Johnny's a bigger Captain America fan than I realized.
I love all these movies. So this
All
is
those.
this is my favorite Marvel movie.
This
The
is your
Civil
favorite
War.
Marvel movie. Okay,
Civil
I
War
could
is
see
my
why.
favorite Marvel.
I could understand why.
Yeah.
To me, though, this
So
is
it's
still
so
this
it's
is
S.
this
Top
is
S.
this is another one where in your head I'm
No,
like, wow, that's
no,
really
no.
good, and then I go back and I
No, it's
watch it
not.
and I go, it's not as good as
No.
I like to think it is. And
No.
so to me, this can be an A, sometimes even a high B kind of film.
Yeah,
But I
Oh
I am gonna go B. I'm gonna
my
go
I-
God. I
I just
fight- I would
completely
fight
plot
for
this
disagree.
movie is very forced into the superhero fight, right? The
This movie is
first, like,
superior.
act, not
Absolutely not.
not the best.
No.
Zemo is great.
Don't agree.
The final fight
Everything
is
is
like this. The characters are acting in a very frustrating way.
The final fight? Are you kidding me?
The motivations behind it just don't do it for me. Like it's too loose at times.
Bro, Steve didn't tell Tony that Bucky killed his dad? His parents?
I don't know.
What are you
like I said,
talking about?
I just think that a lot of the movie.
dude,
is
when
just-
Tony's
How is
like-
that
When Tony's like, he killed my mom, like, oh,
the
that moment was so
betrayal?
good.
The
I just
betrayal?
think a lot of it is just a
Doesn't do
forced
it for you?
superhero.
I don't necessarily agree with what Ben saying.
Oh my Ben, how are you? I can't believe this.
I don't fully agree with it.
It's
I
a
understand.
good movie, man. It's
I-
a high B. It's
I
the bottom
understand-
A.
No, but no. But I'm not even the final fight.
I just like I don't know.
Amazing.
I wouldn't try to go and kill
Up-
you.
They
I
go,
don't say
they
the
go
fight
up.
itself.
They go
isn't
up a
good.
vault tunnel. They're fighting up a vault tunnel.
Dude, okay. I didn't say that the choreography and didn't look good. I said the motivations behind it. I'm sorry. I personally wouldn't go and kill someone if I learned that information. So that's just me. They're like they've been friends for a while. I don't think they're gonna start killing each other. So, yeah. Johnny,
Okay.
I got
wow.
a crazy thing for you. Sometimes we disagree on things.
This movie
So,
did give
instead of
us
just being
Chadwick.
shocked.
It's a shocking take because I don't know
This is-
what
I'm
could
gonna-
be more
this is another thing
compelling.
I'm gonna say.
I think this is
And I
this
know
is
Johnny's
the
gonna
most
hate this one
compelling
too.
part of the scene.
That
Another part of the
tunnel-
movie.
The tunnel scene when they're like running through that like down the highway tunnel is awful. Like
Awesome.
they are running faster than the cars. It looks visually
That's the
it
point.
looks so stupid.
It's
Well,
actually
How could
really
they
cool.
do that?
It's really cool how they filmed it, where they had
do you
like
want to know
these,
how they do it?
they
Yeah,
had
I
like
mean,
these
they have a
these like
track.
treadmills that
Okay,
were like
I don't
rolling on the
care.
back of cars, and they're like
It's really
rolling on
cool.
it. It's really cool.
It's really
They
cool.
could use the coolest filmmaking techniques like ever, and like it doesn't matter if it doesn't look good to me. It doesn't. It looks goofy.
This is an S
Sorry.
movie, top to bottom. Top to bottom.
Okay,
Introduce
okay.
and introduction of Spider-Man,
Where
and
I
it's
would,
the
where
best
I
Spider,
would
Spider-Man
the
stuff's
best
personally,
Spider-Man stuff
fantastic.
in the
where
MCU.
where I would personally put it on my list is right below First Avenger. I would put it in A, right below First Avenger on this list so far. Because I agree, I hear what Ben's saying. I also
Yeah.
hear what Johnny's saying. To me though, like this movie does give us.
You think the
I mean,
final? You think the final fight doesn't have motivation?
no, I didn't say no. I said I see where he's
I didn't
coming
say it
from with
didn't
like
have motivation.
where-
I said,
where-
I think it's
I,
loose.
I see where he's coming from, where it's one person removed, where it's not that Steve did this, it's that Bucky did this, and Steve is, he doesn't want him to kill Bucky. Like that's what it is.
Yeah,
It's not
Like,
it's not
kill Captain
it's not
America.
that
The
it's not that
conflict, the
I know,
conflict
I
between
know,
those three
but
characters is
but it's-
so good.
I agree that that's good, but it's not that Captain America killed his parents. It's Bucky did, and Steve is just a good friend to Bucky, and that creates the tension between them. And I understand why, as a
Also, a good friend of Tony.
I know.
he's
I
held
Johnny,
the
I
secret.
like it. I'm just saying I understand the perspective of like that is too loose for someone. Like I get that. I understand. It works. It works for me though mostly.
know,
and
but-
I love the airport fight. I think to me this has great
Goated.
Ant-Man stuff. This has
How
great
about-
Ant-Man stuff too. This is great.
And
Vision. Like,
absolutely,
every
every
character who's in this
character is
movie,
good. I think this is peak for me for all these characters. That might be a
and
hot
it
take,
gave
but
us
it is.
Chadwick Boseman as Black
Iron
Panther.
Man is
and
my
that-
favorite character in
Chadwick
the
Boseman,
MCU. I
but
don't really
Spider-Man,
like Tony
Spider-Man's
in this
peak
movie
in
very
this.
much.
Spider-Man is peak in this.
The only good stuff with Tony is with Spider-Man. Everything else, like I'm a little. And Iron
Completely
Man is my
disagree.
favorite
Oh my-
MCU character.
Bro, the final fight,
Johnny,
Tony
you gotta-
alone
hey, man,
carries that scene.
Relax,
That's
man. I'm
insane.
just giving you my take.
I think the best fight in the movie is the
I think you need
when
to
they're
watch
in-
that movie again, Ben.
when
No,
they're in.
I've
I
seen
think
it
it's
recent. I watch it all the time. It's
I
always
think
on TV.
I think it's Berlin.
Tony
But
carries
with
the
but like
end.
the staircase fight with Cap when it's like him versus all of
Yeah.
the like the SWAT
Yeah.
guys and he's just like
So good.
throwing people. That's my
Yeah.
favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, it's
I think
awesome.
it's Vienna's for it. But yeah, I would
Awesome,
advocate
awesome movie.
for A right below First Avenger. That's where I
Yeah,
would.
see, I would go like bottom A. Like, I think the other two Captain Americas are better.
Wow.
If you think it's S, it's going to be somewhere in A because it's
Well, it's
B.
here then, because I'm pulling it to top S, so it'd be here.
But if Ben says B and I say
No, I
A,
said bottom
You
A.
said
I'm
B?
going bottom A. I'm going bottom A.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, I don't hate that personally. Like I said, I would put it right below First Avenger, but like, I think that's fine.
I prefer Age of Ultron to this movie, and the other two Captain Americas.
Sokovia Accords? Ah, I can go on.
Good.
Anyways,
I don't. Yeah, see, that bothers me too.
what?
I don't like the Sokovia Accords. I don't know. I just have a thing like superheroes fighting, like infighting has never been a thing like I really enjoy. Like also like when superheroes have to fight cops, like I don't like that either. It always bugs me. It's frustrating. If the
Zemo. This movie gave us Zemo, dude. I love
yeah,
Zemo.
I know, and I mentioned that at the very beginning. I
Go.
thought Zemo was great.
Freight car. Homecoming.
I don't know.
17.
I don't.
Start going through.
I just think that the other Captain Americas are stronger movies. I don't know.
Fair.
If I'm judging like as this is a straight up movie,
What
Doc.
are? I mean, okay. Okay.
Doc Strange.
This is my third or
Yeah,
fourth favorite Marvel movie. So,
this is an
I-
S baby.
You guys think S for this? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
well, I'm wondering if I should go off my personal rank or if I should go off what the placement of this tier list has been so far.
Okay,
And
well
if
that's never
so,
how we
then
do
I'm
tier
gonna.
list because it gets skewed because we
I'll say
disagree.
this. I'll say this for the audience. On my personal ranking of the 35 MCU projects I have, 36 MCU projects I have ranked, Doctor Strange is my 13. So it's up there, but I don't know if I'd say
This is
This
top
is
five.
definitely a top 5 for me.
as a top 5 for you. I mean, I get that. I love Caecilius. I love Mads Mikkelsen in this movie. He's
Especially just
great.
as like as a
Visuals?
movie. Like I think this is so strong.
It's
And
just a good
visually,
movie,
it was
yeah.
so much fun. I remember going and seeing this in theaters and like
Yeah.
this is like Marvel CGI. Like honestly, like,
I
probably at its
watched. I
best.
watched this recently. Why did I watch this recently?
Is this CGI not like amazing in this movie? I mean, I haven't
No, it
seen
does.
it in like a couple years, but
No,
I think it holds.
it absolutely holds up.
I think it looks great and just yeah, it's fun. Like
Did I watch this whole movie before Doctor?
I can't find any flaw in this movie personally.
This movie is coming through in my brain very clearly right now. I just don't know why. I feel like I haven't seen it in a while.
The
but I guess
only
I
like kind of weird thing is how they set up Mordo is the villain. It doesn't pay off until
Well, it was supposed to be,
No,
yeah,
it doesn't
David
pay off,
Scene, and
but
then
well, it's
doesn't pay
because
off.
they changed directors,
Yeah.
changed
well,
scripts,
no, it did. They
etc.
filmed it where Wanda executes him in the beginning of the movie, but like
Yeah.
it didn't.
Yeah, but there was supposed to be a
make
whole
them.
another.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
S for me. It's probably
That was
bottom
not
of
the
S.
original plan.
Probably bottom of S. Or as it stands right now, but that's
I
where
mean,
I'm going.
I also love
I
this
won't
movie.
fight for it more, but that's where I'm putting it at. So we
I just
can
want to talk
average
about
it
a
out.
little bit. I love that fight where he's like pushing people through the doors, like different
This
doors and different.
on my this would be top A for me.
See, what's messed up though is that I personally like Multiverse of Madness more than this movie, even though I
See,
think
that's mad.
No,
I like, but this is a good movie, which is why I would personally put this in A. Like I said, it's my number 13. Multiverse of Madness is like my 10. So
We'll get to that when we get there. But
this is top A for me.
this is S for me. So.
I say top A.
All right, so I
It's
guess it's
top A.
going in top A.
I mean, I don't disagree. Like this movie is, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. What's that?
Endgame.
Endgame.
I could do S.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. I don't think Endgame is S. Maybe
I don't think I don't know because like if we're talking like moments in MCU, obviously the assemble is like
yeah,
it's what they built up.
Let me
And
let me
just
think
as like thinking
go
about it as like a cinematic achievement of getting all these
obviously
characters together.
in the top 10. I don't know quite where it ranks.
If this is an S, it's top of A for me. But I just like
this is my number 7.
I thought Thanos was like a tad weaker in this movie than he was in Infinity
Well, it's
War.
also
no.
weaker because it's
He
a
absolutely
different.
was weaker.
It's a different Thanos because they have.
I
to
know
use
it. I know it.
Yeah,
is,
no
but,
doubt
but,
there.
but if you're talking about
Universe,
what
yeah.
makes a good movie, like you don't want to make your villain just lamer than he was,
Yeah, which he was, I feel like.
Yeah, he was. Like, he just wasn't as intriguing of a character.
It was Thanos, but from a different universe and less.
Older. No.
But it gives us Tony
Earlier
yeah.
Thanos.
Exactly.
I could go S for this. I don't know.
No,
I prefer Doctor Strange.
I'd probably put it here.
I agree with that. I'd put it right there too.
I'm thinking I'm going like bottom of S, but like top A maybe could be fine for me.
I'd put this because it is like when you really think about it as a movie, it is.
I think it should be
3
mid A.
hours. It's 3 hours long. There's a lot.
Marvel's longest?
It's the longest movie in the MCU, to my knowledge.
Should be.
It is not nearly as concise or succinct as Infinity War.
No, absolutely not. No.
Like, yes, did this movie make me cry? It did. Does this movie have some of the best moments in the MCU? It does.
Yes.
But it is also really freaking long.
My thought on this movie, this movie. Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
And it's kind of, it's tropey. Like, we knew obviously that not everyone was gonna die at the end of Infinity War. Like that moment, the snap hits though, because you're just left with like the first like 10 minutes of this movie where they go kill Thanos on the farm. Awesome. Amazing. Yeah. But like the whole like time travel plot and it's a Thanos from a different universe, like that stuff is very, for lack of a better term, it's comic booky. Like we knew they were gonna save the day and they do it through this contrived like way, and that stuff is what holds it back for me from being like really excellent. Whereas Infinity War is just it's a fight and
I agree with you there, but like the good is great, and like that's gonna put it like top A for me. So
this movie always felt like the best way I can describe it is like it just feels like different than a movie for me. It just felt like an event.
Yes.
Like I don't know. That's the best way I can like describe
I
it.
agree.
Oh my god, the opening of Infinity War, man. I'm just thinking about like when I'm Infinity War, yes, being clear, like opening that with him killing Loki on the new Asgard ship, like all
Infinity
that
War
stuff,
is
just absolutely beasting Hulk, like the way it just flows. The whole thing flows so well. I don't think Endgame has the same kind of flow.
No.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd probably put it here. So that's. I mean, what are we thinking?
I think if Ben's an S, then it would probably move one below.
I'm top
Strange. Yeah. So just put it right above Civil War, and then I think that's even.
I'm happy with that. That's because I like Doctor Strange more than Endgame. So.
Guardians 1.
S.
If you asked me,
this is another top 5 Marvel.
If you asked me before I rewatched them a couple months ago, I would have said S immediately. However, this is another movie. I would personally, just before I say any more, would advocate top A. I really love this movie, but I don't think it has the depth that an S tier has. This movie has really good characters, but it really is. It's pretty shallow. There's not a lot going on in the
I
script.
I
honestly,
don't know. Do the whole like the entire.
I
I
like-
love it too. I love it too. But it is
I-
a very shallow film. One that I love.
well, I wouldn't say
don't wanna
really
I don't wanna-
shallow,
I
but
don't
it's
want to. Okay, yeah,
it's
I don't want to say really shallow, but
yeah.
it's not like Guardians 2, the movie that's coming up
I
next,
don't know, man.
which I
Yeah.
Like
rewatched.
them all
Guardians
holding
2 I
the-
like better.
I
them all
like
I like
holding the
that. I like
Infinity
better.
Stone and like Groot. You know, like it's
has
it's
good
a
moments,
group
man,
movie.
and
It's about
I love
camaraderie.
Ronan.
Like it's
Great
I
stuff.
know, no, I love the movie. Like I'm saying that only in the context of this list where I have to take it down compared to the other thing, and specifically in this case, it's Guardians 2, which comes right after this. And after rewatching them, I found that I liked 2 more than 1
Guardians. I like
These are,
Guardians
like,
2
they're
better.
totally
because
on
but
par
because
for
of
me.
the emotion of 2. 2 brings so
Mhm.
much more in the
Much
story
emotion.
department with all the stuff
Ego.
with the Ravagers and
Parents.
Yondu and like Sylvester Stallone's
Yondu.
in it.
Oh
And
my
it's like
god,
Yeah,
Yondu.
I
like
don't
Sylvester
know. I
Stallone
just-
delivers a great like bit performance, like throwing out Yondu and
Great
all that
performance.
stuff. And
The-
even
the-
between
Mhm.
Nebula and Gamora, like the emotion
Mhm.
between all the characters just hits so much harder. And that only
This
happens,
movie,
granted, it only lands because of the first one, which is it's a testament because the first one
that's
is
what I was
really
gonna say.
good. It's
That's
good,
what I was
but
gonna say.
it's,
This
it is
movie sets up everything,
it's a top
and
A
then
though. It's not S.
and then the second one delivers like on like all fronts. So
Yeah.
we'll sneak peek for our opinions on 2, but I would put Guardians. Here's where I would put
I would put
Guardians.
the very top A personally. I
Top
would
of
put
A?
right at the top A. I think
I
this
put
is
it
about
here.
I think
I
this
put
is,
it in S.
yeah. If he's put an S, I think this movie is like almost S. Like it sets up
Okay,
S.
I'm
but
gonna
it is
say
too-
bottom A. So where does that put us?
That puts us top A.
Top A, I guess.
They don't make movies like this anymore. And we're going through a lot of the really good Marvel stuff right now. I think we're gonna hit a real.
See, Ben, that's where I disagree. On the contrary, I think they do make movies like this because this to me, this movie is very. I could watch the Suicide Squad and have similar feelings because it's James
Yeah,
Gunn for one,
this is
but like
this is-
the team dynamic of like cookie cutter generic characters is not nearly
Mhm.
as like it wasn't nearly as
Oh.
endearing as when I watched it again. Whereas two
Yeah.
takes all of like the generic aspects and just it takes it to 11.
bumps
It's
up
so
to
good.
11.
So two-
Are
Absolutely.
you
Talk about
calling
two
the
now.
Suicide Squad generic?
No, but I'm saying the concept of like it's a team of characters and like the characters themselves are not always like. Yeah, I love the Suicide Squad
Well-
too, but
well,
it's
I
never
don't
been
know.
the same
I
thing.
like it a
don't
lot,
think you could
but-
find me many
but
movies
how-
that feature a group of characters that like don't fall into like archetypes.
I don't
I'll show
disagree
you.
with that.
This movie,
Yeah, I
Ready?
think this is where I think 2 S.
this one,
S. To
S.
me, this
I
is
would
the
agree.
better
No,
Guardians.
I would agree.
I don't know. Guardians 1 has always been a little better for me, but
I
like,
felt that
I-
way
I
too
don't-
until I rewatched them.
Guardians 2
I've watched these
is
recently.
an S. It's an A.
I mean, personally, I prefer like adult Groot.
Even-
Mantis isn't like my favorite.
I like Mantis.
I love Mantis. The Drax and Mantis bits, so good in this movie.
This would be like personally like this would have been a top A, and Guardians 1 would have been S. But you guys want to do it the other way around.
It's true.
Which is
would-
fine.
I like two.
understand.
I like two better.
Like I'm not mad about it being up in
It's
S.
like, come on,
but
I'm Mary,
to
I'm
me,
Mary
this is
Poppins,
still,
y'all. I may have not been your father.
Mary
He may have
Poppins,
been your
yeah.
father, but I'm your
Still
daddy.
not-
Like all that
Still
stuff.
not looking at
Yondu eats
not looking
in
at
this
the rest of
movie.
the list. Like this is an A for me. It's like a mid to top A.
Yondu kills us.
The
Kills
when him and Rocket
so good.
and Groot bust out with
Yeah.
the Whistler
Yeah,
and they're killing
yeah.
people. Oh,
I
That
know.
scene.
We got to stop
Oh,
bringing up
good.
like a scene though, because yeah, these movies have great scenes.
well, I'm talking about
What?
the characters though. I'm talking about the characters
do you
in this
mean?
movie. They
Hold
pop.
on.
So
we
much
gotta bring
more.
up scenes. What do you mean?
I know, but like that's not gonna.
That's what
like,
we've been
like,
doing.
one scene is like, oh, well, that is an S tier. I'm talking about the
Sometimes scenes are game changers.
I'm
I
talking the
don't-
movie
I
too.
don't-
Ego. When Ego, another moment just like in Civil War, where I would defend Johnny's side here over Ben's. It's like a Civil War where he's like, "Bro, you killed my mom," and like that moment hits when he just says that and he starts
So
punching
good.
Ego. It's like, oh,
Because they do the dolly zoom, and it's so. Oh
yeah,
god,
you
this
killed
is
my mom. Like, oh my god, and the Chris
this
Pratt.
is this is an
This
this
is
is an
Chris
S
movies
for me.
that
Chris
are S
Pratt
tier
actually
for me,
acts in
I
this
just-
movie.
Like
Kills
Chris
I-
Pratt,
I
this
don't-
Chris
movie.
Pratt, he
Kills in this
actually
movie.
acts.
I
He gets
don't
to
think
act.
I don't
hardly
consider
agree.
Infinity War and Guardians 2 to be like on the same level. This is a
Well,
top A.
if this was my personal list, this would be a lot different too. But
This is a top
this is
A.
our averages. This is well, I guess bottom S for I guess we would say. I don't think it's better than Infinity War, but right, Levi.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, it's not better. But
Yeah.
this is
I would
is
put
up
it-
there for me. This is
I'd
like
put
my
it here.
number 5. So
I think this may be 6, but yes,
It's to me, I love it.
I love this movie, top to bottom. Do you remember the scene in the woods where like all the Ravagers are
Yes,
and
and
rocking
rockets, sabotage. It's
rockets?
Yeah,
It's
yes.
so good. That's where I would put it. But where are you putting it, Ben?
I'd
Top
also
A.
put it. I'd put it top.
Like
I'd
mid
put it
to
S
top
too.
A.
If he puts it top A and we're both putting it S, then like it should
Yeah,
just land bottom S, right? If it's two S's over one A,
I would say so as well.
when we're this close, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Okay, here
Far
we
From
go.
Home. D.
D, no
D.
way,
No
dude.
way, dude.
No, sorry.
Johnny hates this movie
Sorry.
so
No,
unnecessarily.
top C.
No, he has you keep who put Johnny Control?
I'm
You
sorry.
keep like dragging it into like prematurely.
Okay,
I'm not dropping
Ben, I
it.
want to hear your thoughts.
I can drag. I'm not dropping.
I know them, but I want to hear where you put on the list.
What do you
This
mean?
I mean this is like a top B movie for me. Like no lower. Like this is like a very very fun Spider-Man movie. Like
This is Tom's worst movie.
I don't agree. I don't think he has any bad movies. I guess I guess out of the Tom, sure. I guess out of his performances,
Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio alone.
Mysterio is fantastic.
Puts it in B tier.
I love like the Europe. I love. I don't know. It feels not like huge.
If he was more, if he,
I love the like the Europe vacation with the classmates. It's great. It's just like
unfortunately,
the comedy.
I think
there.
The reveal does nothing for me because everyone saw it a mile away. With Mysterio.
Yeah, it doesn't make it
I think he.
Well, everyone knew he was bad.
I don't particularly like him.
And why was interesting.
I guess, but I don't particularly like him. I don't like his connection to Tony mainly. That's like really brings it down for me. And same with Tom.
You don't like the connection
to
to
Iron Man
Tony?
stuff.
Yeah,
I don't at all.
Anti Iron Man Spider-Man take. I'm never
understood. Talk about good moments of Civil War when Tony is doing the barf thing and he's reliving that moment with his parents and he's using the technology and you get to see that moment again. I know, but the fact that it was Jake Gyllenhaal's technology and it's taking that technology,
the way it's even presented in the film is so
and turning it into a modern version of this Mysterio character, which in the to modernize that with special effects like movie VFX and like essentially instead, and that's how Mysterio has his powers. Like that's cool. I don't know. Like I thought that was awesome.
This had like Martin Starr and JB Smoove like really kill it in this movie. Like hilarious.
I will agree. Well, I think they're better in Homecoming, but
I don't know.
That's just me.
This movie's great.
And Nick Fury.
The glasses
is such a good twist because
the
whole movie. This is one of my favorite parts of the MCU. Because Captain Marvel stand here, but like the whole movie, I'm like, man, Maria Hill and Nick Fury are acting.
I know what you're gonna say.
And the fact that it was Talos playing them the whole time. No, it's a testament to their for one, Sam Jackson's acting ability to where it's a man playing.
Why did you bring it down?
Playing
it's a great
character
because it's like they're acting stupid.
You're like,
it reminds me of a movie I don't like.
I know, but it's a movie where sometimes in film stuff happens for plot convenience, and to me that would drag something down. This is a movie where a character is acting a certain way because it's actually not that character; it's someone playing that character, and that to me is a way better version of doing.
And I think it's a really good like sort of lead into what Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion is going to be, because the whole time it's Talos, and it's like to me that's awesome. I love that.
It is awesome, and it's just
but it's a Spider-Man movie.
Man, how did Nick Fury get tricked by?
Yeah, but it's a Spider-Man movie, guys.
Yeah, and Spider-Man is in it a lot, and he has a lot of really great stuff in there.
I hate Night Monkey. Don't like Night Monkey.
It's
one bit,
bro. That's just like a weird thing to get hung up on. It's it's like a throwaway joke.
Don't like it at all.
This movie is about Spider-Man grieving the death of his Uncle Ben.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. Watch the movie again. It's not.
Living up to Tony.
No.
It is. Don't say no. That's what the movie is about.
That's like the pretty even at a surface level. Come on now. It's his glasses, motherfucker. Like
that's what the movie is about. He constantly is
seeing.
Everyone's asking, "Are
it's
you?"
It's a very loose concept
are you the
in the movie.
Avenger?
No, well, you mainly.
Oh my god,
the fight. The documentary on the flight.
Yes,
Johnny, the glasses,
you
works with Happy. We see Happy.
You mainly said
Tom making his suit. and this like that's like happy like seeing Tony.
Okay, Johnny.
in
What about the fight?
Spider-Man.
What about the fight in like Mysterio world where he has him like
That's
in the
that is the best part of the movie
so cool.
by far. I will agree that's the best part of the movie by far.
He literally he sees like Tony like crawl from a fucking grave.
All right, we got a lot to cover, so we gotta make.
I know we do. So this
Yeah,
is I don't know.
where
Where you going?
doesn't do it for me. I don't like this movie.
Where does it land?
This is where I put it.
To me, this is at least top B, bottom A. Like, and I might have to say A just so I can get it into B because this movie deserves to be in B.
I'm gonna go bottom A too.
Like, it deserves to be the top of B at the very least. This is such a solid movie.
Yeah. So it's gonna be top B then.
Top of above Ant-Man? Oh,
I like
Yes.
this movie. More
Yes,
than the
I like
first
this movie
Ant-Man.
more than Ant-Man.
really?
Yeah.
Well, all right. I completely disagree, but okay.
All
Right
right.
there.
Hulk.
Hulk.
have more
I
Hulk.
honestly, I don't really have too strong of an opinion, literally
Yeah,
just
I
because
don't
I
have a
haven't seen
strong
this
opinion
movie in
either.
so
I haven't
long.
seen it in a while.
But
I feel the same
from
way.
what I remember liking it.
I really like Abomination in this movie,
Abomination is really good.
and like I think they did Hulk really well. I prefer Mark Ruffalo, but
Yeah, this is like the loner Hulk, which I really like,
C.
and
I
I
don't know.
think
This
it's
is like a
for
C.
the most part it's done well. I put it
Yeah,
in C just for
this
the
is-
sake
yeah,
because I
C.
literally haven't seen it in
Yeah.
so long. I put well
That's how the movie is too. Like, it's not just like,
No.
yeah, it's like it's a movie. I don't know. It's competent.
here.
I personally put it below Ant-Man and the Wasp.
yeah, I would too. But this is an Ant-Man and the Wasp type movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's just totally it's inoffensive, but
Here comes the Iron Man.
Iron Man
That's a
2.
bunch of
Iron Man
hot takes.
2. This is a
Here we go. What's Johnny's take? Justin Hammer.
a guilty
Justin
pleasure
Hammer
movie.
fanatic. Justin Hammer super fan.
Justin Hammerhead, he's the GOAT. Bring Justin Hammer back, please. He's the GOAT. I think this movie is fun as hell. From start to bottom, I love the introduction of Black Widow. The great Nick Fury stuff in here.
Elon
Iron Man's
Musk?
great in here. Elon Musk is in it for like half a second. I think Iron Man's really good. I think introduction of War Machine for like he's in the suit. I'm sorry. Back to Iron Man though.
talking about the villain
love-
of the movie yet.
I love what?
Whiplash.
We haven't even talked
I
about
know.
I want my bird.
I want my
Well, Justin
boy.
Ham. I know. I love that.
My
Man,
bird.
a good-
I love this movie too.
that-
I'm chuckling over here because like
Iron Man's great.
Justin
Man's
Hammer is
good
the
in it.
reason you love this movie.
He's so good.
I
Sam
really
Rockwell is
like
funny.
just
I
the
like
whole like
Sam
world
Rockwell
fair.
kills in this movie. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Oh, I
I
know.
really like love this movie. The whole like world fair sort of
Yeah.
like
I think this is one of the funnest Marvel movies.
stuff is just great and
Top-
like
top
the
to
final
bottom.
fight and then
The way it
Spider-Man
starts, bro.
is in there.
Spider-Man is
Spider-Man's in there.
technically
Technically.
retcon, but yeah.
Yeah.
This remember how it starts, bro? When he's like in the fight in the big plane and then he dives down into the Stark Expo. So good. Great.
I love this movie too.
I love this movie.
So do you not like it, Levi?
Lot of love.
I just the way you're talking about it makes it sound like it's gonna be an A or something. And I'm just.
Yeah, I
worried.
think it is, dude.
You think
I
this is
don't
an
know.
A?
A is starting to
I
get
think it's an
stacked
A.
up, and I feel bad about it. But
I-
love this movie.
I don't. Yeah.
No,
This
think
is
you do
this is
agree.
a guilty pleasure movie for me. So I'm
Yeah, I
I'm
could
not
put it
gonna
in
say
B.
S,
I could put it
but
in B.
I
have
think
to
I'll
leave.
say
It
A.
would, it would be bottom A for me. It
Well,
would be
just because we're ranking the next one too, is in the specific order. What do you like more, 2 or 3?
2. Because
Really?
I love the like.
Mm,
See, I'm a
out
3
in
guy.
the
I like Shane
snow.
Black.
okay. All right.
No, I do.
So here we go.
I-
2 is a guilty pleasure movie.
3
3
is
I love as a movie.
3 is just a good
I do
movie.
too. I just
Yeah.
yeah, it is a really great movie. I just think the third act is not like amazing, and the whole like Mandarin like.
I
sort of
don't agree. I think
fake
this is
out-
probably
man,
one of the
right.
best parts of the movie. The third act is probably the best part of the movie.
The West, you will feel the pain.
Yeah, I don't know. It just
Mandarin.
doesn't stick
The
out.
Iron
to
Man
me.
suits, so
It doesn't
good.
stick out. Okay, well, there's a lot of Iron Man.
The
like,
extremist
suits
guys,
and suits
so
as well.
fun.
Yeah, man.
It
I
doesn't
can't-
stick out to me as much as Iron Man and War Machine,
Well,
like in that dome, like.
Oh my god!
fighting against all
I just got some like Iron Man 3 flashbacks too. Just like
I know, but just the way it's
the marketing
directed,
was
though.
so good.
But the directing,
I-
like the
sorry.
way it's like made,
So
like
good.
shot.
People don't like this movie too.
Like when Tony is busting in alone without his suit, and that scene where like
Mhm.
he's in the, like the guys are like getting taken out, and just the way it's shot, like
Dude,
those
his
dudes,
These are
his
good.
his Malibu
The
house
Malibu
scene.
house, yeah. Oh my
that's
god,
the best
So
part.
good.
good.
These are
So good.
Iron Man's my favorite MCU character. Might have mentioned that. These are both A movies for me. So
I'd put 2 in B and then 3 in A before we get to 1 at all.
I don't even care where they are in A, but
I would put. I'm trying to think where I'd put 2 though.
I mean, I say that, but I really don't
2 is
like
high
these movies.
up.
I don't like these movies that much. Like compared to the rest
Well,
of this stuff, like these movies are like, I think they deserve to be
Then-
recognized for what they are. But like, I don't think 2 is that good of like a film. Like, I really don't.
It's a guilty.
Like,
It's a guilty
it's
pleasure
it's
movie.
kind of a
for me, so
weak-ass
I'm going
movie.
on.
I know, dude. But
That's
Robert Downey
that's the opinion I'm going
carries,
on.
man. Like Robert Downey carries.
I
Every-
know.
Justin
Iron Man
Hammer carries
humor
too.
is just absolute.
I know it's one of the best. It's one of the best castings of all time. I
He's
don't
just
disagree with that. Like,
I
he's
just
so
love
amazing
the
in the movie.
character of Iron Man. He's so much fun in every movie. Like I don't get sick of watching these. So
Ben,
I
where
guess,
would you?
like,
it's tough. It's tough
like
for
I
me
said,
to like
these go in
place this,
A,
but I put it mid
I'm
B. I put
definitely
it mid.
very biased. So
I'm more of a
I probably
cap
put it
guy. More of a cap head.
I'm
probably
much
put it
more of
here.
an Iron Man guy. I don't care where they go in A. I really don't. They're just
Well, you gotta give me something.
I'm saying
they're
this
probably on the
movie-
lower end of what's in there. But
Come on, you really
no,
think
those are better than
than
Civil. No, I like both of those better than Civil War. So
you like both of those?
I'm an
I
Iron Man
can't-
guy. I'm an Iron
No
Man guy.
way, man. No
Wow.
way. This
I
has
can't
gotta
get
be, this is a
behind
B movie. How is it going that high? I guess
It's a guilty pleasure movie. That's why it's bumping up to A.
It's going high. Look, if you guys want to put it in B for the sake of the list, because A is getting bloated, like I'm fine with that. 'Cause
I think 3 deserves to be an A movie. I don't think 2 does. I think 3 is
okay,
massively
fine,
underrated.
Fine. Put 2 in top B then, and put 3 in bottom A.
Fine, as long as it's above Far From Home.
I mean, I would
Alright,
accept. I don't care because you guys like it more than I do. It's it's a collective, and I would put
It's
it
a
right
guilty
there.
pleasure movie.
Like if you want to put it,
I think
I would accept it in the bottom
I-
of A. I just don't think it should go
See,
above
this is a
anything.
movie I don't mind if it goes down a little more because I'm totally.
we were
biased.
gonna
I mean,
we were gonna average probably there anyway, so that's fine. We'll put it there.
no. Iron Man 3 is gonna be an A.
Yeah, A. Yeah.
I know that's what I'm saying. But we're done with 2. We're good.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
fight hard on it. So
Yeah, that's good.
Iron Man 3. It's an A. We already talked about it. It's an A.
yeah, I think it's an A. I'd slap this.
I don't
puppy at the
know. I'm
bottom
trying
of
to
A,
think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would too.
I would put it
just to be safe.
below.
'cause, like,
Yeah, I would put it
Yeah,
above
I
Winter
think so.
Soldier personally. But
Like the kid, I like
Uh,
the kid. Like it's a movie with a good kid arc.
Kid. The second act is so good.
The kid's at the funeral in freaking Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
now,
Um,
one. This is an
Okay,
easy S.
now, okay, so are we?
I'm not gonna fight.
This
it.
is
personally don't agree that this is an S. I think this is an A, but I won't fight.
This is,
this
S,
this
come
is
on.
this is the kickoff.
This
I
is
understand.
technically
Origin
Hulk
story.
is the kickoff, but this is
No, Hulk came
What?
after Iron Man. There's just
Yeah, Hulk came
Oh,
after.
just, did it?
there's just 2 other Hulk
Yeah.
movies that you're thinking about that came out before. There's Ang Lee's Hulk,
Oh
which came
yeah,
out in 2003.
Gotcha.
And there's
that's
the-
fine, I'm getting
Yeah, this
confused.
is the first MCU movie.
But
Um,
the Hulk movie has the first, like, technically big after credits scene.
Yeah,
Robert
because
Downey
Iron Man
comes
shows
into
up in
it.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I put it here.
I would put this above Guardians personally.
Personally, I would put this below.
Ooh.
I'd put this in A.
I put it here. I think actually.
I-
Ooh, I don't know.
I
This
think
is a
this
tough.
movie.
I think I put it here.
I think this movie is good.
Yeah.
However, I think it is
Yeah.
kind of overrated. But yeah, that's me.
I can agree with the overrated, and
Overrated in the sense that of these Marvel movies,
I still
if you're
think it's
talking,
goated.
if we're talking Phase 1, if it's 2011 or whatever, I'm the guy on the street being like, First Avengers better than Iron Man because I like First Avengers more than Iron Man.
Ooh, that's not even a bad take.
No,
I
it's
think
not.
I agree with that.
I mean, when we get there, oh, spoiler alert, I'm voting S for that too. So
What
I
do you
think
mean?
I agree
This
with
is an
that,
S movie.
Levi.
I don't know. It's just like
Wait, what are you
What
talking
do you,
about?
what
then?
do you mean? We already ranked First Avenger.
we did. When?
Yeah, it's an A.
Right here. Right here.
We definitely right. We talked about it.
No, I meant the first Avenger movie.
Oh,
like as an Avengers.
Avengers?
one.
no.
Well,
Oh,
See, I meant First Avenger, the film.
yeah.
Oh,
Captain America, the first
gotcha.
Avenger.
No, I know what you said, Levi. I might agree with your take.
Because if I'm
I
there,
really
right,
love this movie.
because if I'm there in the end watching the MCU, like Iron Man, I watched that Iron Man movie. I go, oh wow, that's a good movie. But First Avenger speaks to me more as a film, like with the style. and
I
everything,
agree.
That movie
I
hits
think I
me more.
agree. I agree. I just had a revelation.
All right. Well,
Just saying.
Iron Man's S. So.
I think it's an
I still
A.
think this is an S movie, but
Okay, so it's
I
going in
do
S.
think I like this movie more. But anyways, I put it still on an S. I think
think
this is
I think that's where it lands because I would just put it in A. So yeah, it's
okay.
fine at S. But like,
But I will
think
say for the
about it.
record,
Think about
this
it.
is a good take. This is a good take.
Levi take.
I agree with the Levi take. Black Panther.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. This is a B movie for me.
B.
Well,
Wow.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I was gonna say top B too.
Oh really?
I mean,
Wow.
I don't know. Once again, it's hard to compare like movie to movie because obviously all of our opinions are going
The
in this.
culture of this
I
movie,
like
the
Far From
performance,
Home more than Black
Three
Panther.
white guys.
absolutely not.
I
Absolutely
know.
not.
Okay, that's not a surprise. I know you hate that movie.
The culture of this movie is. I think this has one of the best MCU worlds in it. I think the world building in this film
Honestly, but I
is
would argue
amazing.
purely on the merit of the characters. I mean, freaking Killmonger is one of the
Killmonger
best
steals the show.
Killmonger's
MCU villains.
is yeah.
And speaking of stealing the show, Ludwig Göransson's score for this movie is fucking balls to the wall.
I would agree.
So
think
good.
just,
But
like,
here's
looking back
my
to it a
thing.
little bit-
I'm trying.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think if I like Black Panther more than any of these movies, which I don't think I do.
I would put it right in the middle there. I would put it right above Age of
This would
Ultron.
go
Blue.
Where?
this would go top B for me. I think when I think about that like third act, there's a lot that I like, but like I don't know.
No, the third act's the worst part.
Like Wakandan, no, dude. They're like war like between like the infighting is like Daniel Kaluuya's character is sort of just like a little like rushed, and that final fight between the two Panthers is not good.
Yeah, this
The
movie
CGI is
shines.
awful
This
there.
movie shines in the.
It's dark.
This movie shines in its first two acts.
The fight against Claw in the first act. When
Yeah,
at the end of the
well,
first act,
that's what I'm
just
saying.
said the third
I
act
know.
was the best part.
No, I said the worst part.
Well, oh yeah, I'm with you there. Absolutely. So that's why
They're
it's,
not- they say
it's
best
dragging
movie.
down. So it's a
Yeah,
it's a
no,
top B for me.
Yeah, this is a top B for me as well. I think.
Ace is bottom A. I think there's enough like excellent about this movie that merits.
Yeah, I mean, you
in
might
top
be right.
A.
I would being an
Ludwig-
A. Like, does not
Ludwig's
bother me
score.
at all. But I think I'm just trying to keep
Yeah.
A from.
There's a lot to like.
right now. I
There's
think
so
there's
much
a lot
to like.
of
There's
A
a lot to
stuff
like,
coming
though.
up.
Michael B.
I
Jordan
agree.
is Killmonger, man. Eric Killmonger is so good.
I do think as we feel in B more, I do think this would still be top because I
Yeah,
I
I
do like
agree.
this movie.
I'm going top
So.
B.
For the record, audience, I think that's wrong, but I accept it. I think Black Panther deserves more.
I could do bottom A though. I'm
I just that last fight between Killmonger and Black Panther.
I know,
was so
okay.
bad.
But what about when they're out looking at the sunset? His
I
brother,
know,
Yeah,
but-
it's
there's
so
that's
there's so
incredible.
much other stuff to like. It's mainly the VFX that's the complaint, but
like the
I
story
don't know.
so it hits.
I think
Once again, I don't love like this sort of fight out in Wakanda. It's just that just feels like it's like a
I don't
distraction.
really like any of the third act particularly to be honest. Besides that sunset scene, like after that, it's great, but
I mean, all the Dora
don't like the-
Milaje stuff.
I
is
like
good.
I like
I like
Bilbo flying the final Wakandan ship.
Bilbo, yeah, Agent Ross.
yeah, no, that's okay.
I don't know. This goes in bottom A. I'm not upset about it.
But
I'm sort
but
of just
I'll
taking
say-
a
I'll say
stand 'cause
this.
I don't want A to go over.
Compliments to Black Panther. I think this probably has one of the best, if not the best, world building in an MCU film. Performances are amazing. Killmonger is one of the best MCU villains, top
The
3.
score. I'm arguing for the score. It is one of the few
The
MCU
score is
scores that
great.
makes itself distinct. It is one of the few. How many of these movies? How many of these movies?
I'm gonna. I know, but
that's
for me,
negative because they underutilized it.
this
big
is where I'm at. I've already said this, but I don't know if I like.
Killmonger is walking and the camera spinning on the
Yeah, it's so
it's
great.
so good on the
It's
throne.
goated.
It's so good.
Let's just pick something. Come on.
I mean,
I think I like all these movies more, unfortunately.
So it could,
anyways.
it could be the bottom.
Yeah, put it on bottom A.
All right, fine.
It's just A is just getting too full. That's the only reason I'm taking this stance.
Well, I think here's another A pick for me, unfortunately. Is Homecoming.
Yeah, I know. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Homecoming is
This
an
is
A, yeah.
absolutely another A. This might even be an A. Actually, this is a top 5 MCU for me. This is an S for me. This is definitely the best Spider-Man movie by a league. As a movie,
I think I could accept S as well.
Vulture is an absolutely amazing
I agree.
film.
Okay.
And we're just talking about like it's just like a Spider-Man movie. It's so great. The Vulture reveal just was like amazing. Like no one, like
This is
I did.
this is the best. This
No
is the
one
best
thinking about
MCU
that.
Spider-Man movie. I'll
Like
agree with
just
that.
Ned and Peter are just like perfect in this movie. Like they play
They're
the
very good.
characters so great. Like it's a grounded Spider-Man movie.
This
The
much like
fight
Iron
at the
Man.
beach, like, and then Iron Man is fantastic in this movie.
This much like Iron Man, the first Iron Man, outside of being a movie in the MCU, which sets like Endgame up there in A.
Yeah.
This is just a good movie. Like you can just sit down and watch this,
Sure,
like
I
without
agree.
having much
anyone
prior.
can enjoy it without MCU.
Anyone could
knowledge.
enjoy it. It's
And
so good.
Even the beginning of the movie,
You
like
could.
I
think
love.
you could, man. I really.
There's
could.
a lot of connective tissue.
There is,
No,
but you don't
I
need
know,
it.
but there's
You don't need it to
that
enjoy
you
it.
don't need it to enjoy it. Like
Yeah,
even though
I could agree with that, but it is very connected.
Yeah, but
This
that's
is probably one of
that's
the this is
not
probably
what
one
we're
of the
saying.
most connected MCU movies.
Okay, I don't know if that's true. What?
Only on the surface level, though. Just existing.
How is it the most
Civil War? I think this is the Civil War. All the Iron Man stuff. I don't know.
But the opening,
I
I know. But the opening
lot.
with him in the car, you establish all of that with like the vlog. Like you get that, you understand Peter
it
as a
absolutely
person.
will work outside.
You get it. I think this movie it's a perfect it's like a bottle episode.
Vulture's motivations is set up by the Avengers.
I know exactly. That's what makes it so good. Is like on top of it as an MCU movie, we're doing an MCU ranking.
No, but Ben was questioning why I was saying there's so much connected tissue.
You said
there
the
absolutely
most.
is.
What? It's not the most compared.
I think this is one of the
Infinity
most connected movies.
Like all the Avengers are more connected.
Well, that's like
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
That's like different.
We're not. We're saying this is an S movie. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree. Michael Keaton. I remember the moment in the theater when he opens the door to Liz's house and it's Michael Keaton, and just being like, so good. Like
you don't have many reveals in a theater nowadays. Though.
This is
like, wow.
That was awesome. Him
this
driving
is
the
one
car.
of
Oh, it's so good.
This has probably one of the best third acts in any MCU movie.
It lands the third act.
So,
it hits.
I would agree.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm okay with doing this.
I would personally put it above Iron Man. I'd put it above Iron Man.
You're talking
I would put it above Iron Man.
I'm a huge Iron Man fan, but yeah, it's above
Damn, Homecoming high up. I didn't expect this honestly from you.
It's a
guys,
good movie.
It's easily a top
fair
5
take,
MCU for me. So
fair take.
3 out of 5 of my MCU movies are up in the S right now, and I'm happy about it. So
all right, here comes the
Thor. So this is, I'm gonna be honest, this is a B or C movie for me.
I can't even see what it is.
It's Thor.
First Thor.
First
Thor.
No, I actually watched this sort of recently, and I feel like for a while I was mid on it, but like I don't know. I think there's a lot good going on in this movie.
This to me has a reverse effect where it's better than you remember. You think it's
I agree because I remember just being like, they're just out in the desert and like nothing happens. Like that's like what I remember before I rewatched it, and I'm like, oh
yeah,
this has good stuff here. You know, I'm a number one Natalie Portman stan, and this is definitely her best performance out of all the MCU movies.
I would advocate a B for this.
Yeah, I would too. A B is good.
I would put it here.
Yeah,
it's definitely not better than Black Panther. No, Black Panther ended up in A. Never mind. So it doesn't matter.
I think it is.
You think it's better than Black Panther?
No, sorry. Black Panther is better than Thor.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I thought you said
no, it's definitely not bottom. I think I might like this better than Ant-Man.
I like Ant-Man better than Thor.
This to me squeaks by at barely a B. I think there's enough that goes right.
Yeah, I know. Okay, you're right. Never mind. I'm talking crazy. Ant-Man's better. Yeah, this is a
because like there is a lot that's because your memory of nothing happens in the desert isn't entirely wrong. It's just that the movie is way better than you remember it.
It's the desert's slow paced.
But
I'm just saying
good.
That's what I remember before I rewatched.
Yeah, like all the stuff on Asgard, like the way it's shot with like Odin.
Asgard stuff is great. That stuff is agree with that. There is a lot to like. There is a lot to like in this movie, but overall, just in terms of the grand scheme of the MCU, it's not my favorite. Tom Hiddleston's great in it too. Loki's great. I don't know. Lots to like.
Well, that would be. I'm gonna carry that what you just said over to Dark World too. Which is like people are always gonna bring that up as the worst MCU movie or like definitely bottom 3.
It's not the worst.
I think it's overhated, and I think it's
overhated for sure.
Loki really shines in this movie, in my opinion.
I also haven't seen this in a while, but
I would put it D though. I would put this above Captain Marvel and D.
I put this here.
I would also probably put it C.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like this more than I don't know. I do like the there is some stuff in this movie that evokes cosmic MCU that I love
Yeah.
the when MCU is the most adventurous, like the opening when he's going through the realms and he's just beating people up, and it feels like that opening, the first couple
It's a
pages of
great
comic.
it's a great opener.
The
It's a great
plot is
start.
like amazing to this movie.
Yeah, the whole Dark Elves
It's
thing
not
was
amazing.
kind of
Yeah, the Dark Elves
It's not-
is like blows. Like
yeah,
it's just
kinda-
not interesting.
I don't think it blows. It's not that great though. It's weak.
it does have the death of his mom though, and all that stuff is really important for Loki.
Just looking at all the other
Mhm.
movies, like this is a top D.
All the
Amazing.
Asgard stuff is really good in this
God,
movie.
Captain Marvel is way too low.
No, it's not. And I
it's
don't
not.
know. I'll drop this like in C though. Yeah, this feels like a C movie. Like
Top C?
once
Yeah,
again,
in here.
I'm fine. With
I would
top
go
C.
like bottom C personally. So maybe put it in between Ant-Man and Hulk.
Are you top C, Levi?
I would really fight for the top of C because I think there's more interesting
Okay,
that this
I
movie
would
does
too.
than Ant-Man.
Okay, but I'm going bottom C, so it'll be in between Ant-Man and Hulk.
You're going bottom. You said mid C.
No, I said bottom
Sit
C.
here.
Bottom C. I think I like Ant-Man and Wasp more in this.
Well,
movie.
if there's 3 and it's 2v1, I
Does
think
he?
it would.
Does
go
it? Yeah, I think we're gonna beat
no, but
it
it's
out.
bottom versus top.
I know, but there's 2 tops and 1
I
bottom.
know, but there's two. Yeah,
And
I
if
think
it's
we
only
beat
if there's
that.
only 3 on there, if it's both of us saying that one, and it's only difference of one
It's
placement because there's
two.
so few, I think it would
Yeah,
skew.
I
higher.
think we would. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll remember
If there were
that when
like
more
for
things go in
well,
D.
if there
Just
was like
D.
if there was like 4, like then we could do 1 over, but because there's only 3, like it's either in the middle, but in the it's that
And it's
like,
also
in the middle,
so close. It's
like
almost so close.
like in the middle doesn't actively reflect what we feel because there's 2 saying one side and only 1 on the other, so in the middle wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
This does
Like,
not. This
like
does
if there were
not.
4, it could be.
It
1
really doesn't matter at all. So
Okay. Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's true. S. I'm a big fan of Ragnarok.
Yeah,
This is
S.
I would just think
I'd
yeah.
put it in S.
this is my favorite MCU movie. So, it's to me this is S.
Not mine. Not mine, but
definitely not
absolute
mine.
S.
It's definitely bottom
Taika-
of S as what's in there.
This is the magic.
Yeah,
touch.
I would. This is here.
This is the magic touch. Taika directing, working on it, but he didn't write it all. Someone else wrote it, and Taika gets to play with it, and that is
Mhm.
what hits.
You can
This
tell.
This to me is easily.
Yep.
It's just it's all great. Everything about this movie is great to me. I will watch it
No,
any
top,
day of the week.
top.
Jeff Goldblum in
This
this
is a-
movie
this
is so fucking funny.
So
Everything
funny.
about the Grandmaster
This
is
is
so funny.
this is a top to bottom amazing
Loki.
movie.
I
so.
remember seeing it in the trailer, and still to this day,
Mhm.
Loki in like when he's like he like spits out his drink when he sees his like the Hulk and like all that stuff is so good. Like it plays it's MCU humor. Like if you know the character, you
Yeah.
get why they're laughing. And all this stuff,
Mhm.
like he throws the bottle at him when he's tied up, like all that shit is just so good. Or get help, the get help bit,
Mhm,
all of it. I
mhm.
just keep talking because I like Tessa Thompson
Hulk-
in this movie.
Hulk,
I think
Hulk is
Valkyrie-
really good in this movie.
Valkyrie
Yeah,
is
it's
great in
Valkyrie's
this movie.
bottom is.
amazing.
Yeah, bottom is.
The third act is so good.
Yeah, a third act lands. Hella, Kate Blanchett is hella.
Hella
One of my
carries.
favorite MCU villains. She is so
Wholeheartedly
fucking cool.
agree.
And Doctor Strange is in this
Wholeheartedly
movie
agree.
for a little
Doctor
while.
Strange.
Scourge.
Yes.
Scourge.
Carl Urban is
Uh,
Scourge, also
Carl
fun.
Urban.
But yeah, the
Yeah,
Loki stuff
goated.
with Doctor Strange, where he's just like he's just fucking him around in the
Doctor
the
Strange
novice.
in this movie.
It's
Yeah,
so
great
good.
point. Yeah, I couldn't agree
many
more.
bits, many good bits.
I'd put this here though. I think.
Yeah, I agree. That's fine. I love this movie.
Ben.
Yeah, I said bottom S. I've been saying bottom S.
First Avengers.
Avengers.
I don't know.
I didn't
Should
really think about
start?
this one,
I think
actually.
I maybe have a hot take on this. I don't know.
You go for
This
I
is
it.
an
do.
S for me, dude. I love this movie. This is like because I love Iron Man, and this was the movie that really like maybe an MCU fan.
God,
I don't know. We were young when this came out, and it was just like
I know.
watched-
I,
I
saw
watched it in
If
theaters.
you want to
watched
talk,
it
if you want to talk about, if you want to talk about
like,
the
the
theater experience,
nostalgia
like the hype around this
factor,
movie.
like man, the
big.
hype around this movie, and just I loved it so much as a kid. I'd watch it over and over.
Yeah,
and
but
over
watch
again.
it now.
So
It doesn't.
no. That's
it
the thing.
doesn't look
I actually
good.
watched this movie about 3 weeks ago, and I loved it.
It doesn't look good.
I
though.
still love it.
Like,
Like
It's
just
so
every
gray.
scene is
It's
still
so
iconic.
gray.
It
I don't
looks
know.
like a CW set.
If you're gonna talk about
like-
what's worse,
I don't agree with
like,
that as
color
gray.
palette, like Age of
like
Ultron is
like
a
even
far
like
worse
the
movie.
big shot of like them circling around, like it just looks like it's on a stage. Like it looks so.
Yeah, I don't know.
we've
If you're
come
talking
so
about color
far.
palettes, Age of Ultron's far worse.
I think just that to me, what really holds this movie back upon rewatch, I really just don't think it looks good because it's Joss Whedon, right? And it's shot just
Yeah.
like he would shoot a TV show. So it's shot like a Joss Whedon, like Firefly or
I
like
don't
Buffy the
agree with
Vampire
that.
Slayer.
I
Like
I
it,
thi-
to
I
me,
think
to me, it looks cheap. and I
I'm in
hate
I'm
that
in the
more than
I'm in
anything.
the middle of that opinion.
Yeah,
I'm
I
in the
like.
middle
I
of
don't
between
want
you
it. It
guys.
certainly does not bother me
a
looking at
movie
it.
that I know has like $100 million plus budget. That I know there's effort and people put in effort to make this movie. That I
But
know that
like,
it's stylistic choices
I
making it
f-
look a certain way.
Mhm.
I hate that more than anything because I know this movie could look excellent, and it looks like
Okay,
like
but I think that the overall look of the movie reflects like the tone of it. Like I think that like you compare it to some of the new stuff where it's like it's too colorful at times. Like if you want
Fair.
to like if you want to dog in the new Quantum Mania trailer, like
No,
that's the polar opposite, and that's bad.
Quantumania is the farthest in the other direction.
I
where
know,
it's
and that's
like
bad.
all on
I
screen.
would much rather take
This
the look of Avengers.
this
And
though, but I'm begging you to
I would
imagine.
agree. I would
Like
much rather
like
take
think
this too.
think of a frame of the fight against the Chitauri
dude,
in this.
I
Like,
know, but I'm telling you, I
the
watched
fight.
this movie
I
less
know
than a month ago,
but
and I
the
loved
fight,
it, and I
J-
thought it
Joss
looked
Whedon,
fine.
what he did, like the way the camera works
But
in the fight against
I
the
don't agree.
Ultron is way more interesting. Everything in the Ultron fight, like the way the fight flows, is
I,
way better. Like the shot of where it's
I would agree.
when it's Hulk and Thor, like and they're doing the thing, like it looks
Mhm.
so like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna
ugh.
get caught up
I
in
agree,
movies
Levi. I
because
agree with
there's
you,
a lot of horrible CGI in Marvel.
but I think I like this third act better.
Yeah, I like this third episode. I think I
That's
liked
fair.
everything about this movie better than Age of Ultron. Like I just like the initial team up is great. Everything that happens in the helicarrier are great.
I'm
Thor
just, I
and
know.
Iron Man,
I'm
like
just
down fighting in the woods.
Coulson.
I'm just trying to
Coulson
get
the
you
one.
off.
Goaded. I'm
Coulson's
an
goated.
I'm just trying to get you
fan.
off.
He's goated.
I'm just trying to get you off and fight for off the S ledge because I just don't think this is.
No,
S.
this is an S movie.
I just think there are other
I could
MCU
settle
movies
for
that
top
are.
A.
Here. I would probably put it here, top A.
I'd
That's
put it
me.
at the bottom of A. So
I would put this like top S, honestly. Not better than Infinity War, but this is better. Like if we're going off this list, this is better than Guardians 2. Like definitely.
I don't
This
agree
is
with that.
the Marvel.
Guardians
I don't know if I agree with that either. I think as a team movie, I think
I think
Guardians
Guardians 2
absolutely better.
is a better movie.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Guardians 1 is. Yeah.
It's funny. I actually don't agree with that. So I like top A.
I don't agree with that. I think
I think
top
this
A.
is gonna end bottom S though.
If there's two A's and an S, it's definitely A.
But he's top A. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be
I
top A
don't know.
then.
Yeah.
Should be
Okay.
S though.
WandaVision. I don't know my
WandaVision.
opinion.
Yeah, now we're getting into shows, so obviously it's gonna be a little hard to compare to
Yeah,
movies.
sorry. Yeah, now we're jumping into
However,
shows.
they do. We
And,
talked about beforehand, as you can see, because there's on the list. Like there's the Disney. Sorry, these are the Disney Plus shows. The
Netflix.
Netflix shows are like like they're
Sony.
vaguely MCU. Sony stuff is also vaguely now MCU. But the Marvel shows on Disney Plus are very explicitly, they're on the big lineup of like this is the MCU thing.
Yeah,
They're
of
part of the
course.
MCU. No one's
Yeah.
gonna dispute that. They're MCU, so we have to rank them on an MCU list.
Yeah.
WandaVision.
WandaVision's gonna go in C
WandaVision?
for me.
I would
Like, bottom C.
I would start the bidding at top B. You're saying
No. WandaVision started off
I-
so creative at first, but
So
it's just,
hard though.
And I
Ralph-
think
It's,
Ralph
it's
Boner.
the last. It's the last
it's
ep.
the last ep.
episode
It's just the last
so
ep,
bad.
though.
I know,
Just the
but
last ep. I
I
agree with this too. Levi.
I would
It's just
encourage
the
you.
last ep.
There are 8 episodes of really mostly creative television
Solid.
that hit. Like episode
second
8,
to last
where she's
episode?
where she's going through all of her
So
memories.
goated.
That's an S tier.
So
episode.
goated.
That's an S tier.
That is
Marvel movie.
probably. Yeah, I would agree.
I could go
Second
for
to last episode.
I could
Second
go
to last
for bottom-
episode
I could go
goated.
for bottom B, but as a TV show, I think it just ranks a little lower overall. for me,
See, I think as a
personally.
like because there's also the stuff with Maria Rambeau, like Monica died or
Mhm.
Yes,
was
I don't
married
like
to Monica.
that stuff is bad. Like the episode of WandaVision where
I-
it's just the shield outside the bubble is awful. Or sword.
I don't
I'm
think it's
sorry,
awful.
I don't like that.
Like
Like
I will-
Darcy, just not a fan
This
of any of that.
this is a fantastic show up until last episode.
I would afford you. I don't know if it's fantastical because there are TV lull moments. Like it has sometimes similar pacing issues to say like Book of Boba, like where some stuff is really interesting and some stuff you're like, why am I watching this? But for the most part, I am with Johnny where
Give me an example. Oh yeah, there is.
well you're just like
No, there.
wanna-
I
you're
had to think.
you're
There
just
is.
like
You're
I
right.
want to be
Go
watching
back and
Wanda.
watch WandaVision and
But
tell me all
but
about it.
each episode, like the stuff when she pulls down the drone and stuff, and you start to see like there are the first 3 episodes,
The cracks.
the
The
cracks, like when
cracks.
they're
I
going
know.
through the.
Yeah, I know that
there's
stuff is
such
good.
good stuff.
I don't
Like
know.
it to me.
This is this is bottom to mid B.
To me, the
We don't
show
need to debate.
oscillates between like S tier moments and C tier sometimes, and
I would agree.
it lands in B.
And
Also,
then the last episode was an F tier.
because the last episode really it bombed the landing. Like it
Okay.
it didn't
bombed.
it didn't land well.
So it
But
sounds
there
like
i-
Unlike every front though. That's really what I gotta think about.
I don't think the
Like,
Vision stuff
I don't
bombed
like.
as hard. I think the Vision stuff was fine, but the stuff with
Oh,
Wanda was like nah. Like the finale was a real like C D tier finale, but the show as a whole, I think still
is
it
A
still it
or
still
S.
it still hits. Yeah, so to me, it got to go top B. Like it
Yeah.
deserves that.
Well, now I'm thinking about the other shows. Yeah,
I like the other shows a
yeah,
lot more. I like the other shows
yeah.
more. Like there's
That's
stuff
This is
with
probably a
Loki and
top
Miss
C to me,
Marvel.
but I could go bottom B too.
Johnny,
But
where
I'm
would
just
you?
gonna rate it lower than movies in general. That's like my point. Like as a like
all right. Well
TV
then,
shows are just not gonna
I'm gonna
stand
put
up
a.
as well.
I'll put a top B.
Okay, well it's
So
probably
it would
gonna
So
land.
you, Levi, your top B.
it's probably
I'd
gonna
put
be
it top B.
between Ant-Man then
Yeah,
and Dark World.
if he says C, because you said what bottom C?
That's a top C, but
It would be
Yeah,
here.
it'd probably be right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
where are you, Johnny?
he's top B.
On top B.
It's two top Bs, two
okay.
the very
Well,
top Bs.
probably be here then.
I don't
Uh,
think so.
I mean,
Gibbs, you
I
said
wanna
you
get
said
that
you
I'm
said
a whole
top
tier.
C?
I'm
Yeah, he's a
bottom
whole.
B.
Yeah,
a
I'd
whole
put it.
tier
I put it
down.
below. I put it below Far From Home just for
Yeah.
because he did say a whole tier down.
Okay.
Falcon and Winter
Falcon the
Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
D.
Love this show.
D.
D.
Again, it's. I think it's.
D.
I think it's a.
Wow.
No, not a D. Wow.
Bro,
This
I don't
Bucky
is a decent
stuff.
show.
I don't know, man. Once again, like the whole power broker, like it just like the ending, like kills it.
There is so much. I know. I was about to say, the finale's
The
not good.
ending kills it. I'm sorry.
Okay, I don't think the
Well,
finale.
hold on. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't think
Second. There's a chunk of the
there's a
finale
chunk
that's
of the
really
finale
bad.
because I don't think all of this finale is somehow a
Cap,
wash.
Cap Falcon. Cap
This
Falcon
this
goes.
is
No, but to
not
me,
this
that,
is
like
this is
the
not like
good
the Hawkeye
Captain America
finale.
stuff.
the good
Where,
part of the
where-
show ended in episode 5 with like
I know, but all of John Walker's stuff in
I know
in
that
6
ends in
is good too.
yeah.
What do you mean? He's in the whole finale.
No, he has that arc. What do you mean?
I
He's a
feel like
moment.
his arc like more so concludes in episode 5, and then it goes off to deal with the Flag Smashers like more than anything, you know.
No, because
Yeah,
he has
I mean,
to save,
definitely.
he has to come back.
I would
as a-
say.
It
Crap.
I don't
shifts
know.
focus.
I agree with Ben. It's just focus. I agree with Ben.
the show introduced.
I will
Val.
say. I will say this
The
show.
Madge Report episode of this with Zemo is so good.
Okay,
It's
fine.
so
C,
good.
Go. It's
fine,
great.
C, fine,
It's great.
C.
I will.
I just the ending is so
another
bad
thing I'll say.
for me. I'm
It's so
sorry.
bad. Power Broker is probably one of the worst things that the MCU has done.
No,
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
No, it
because
is, dude. I'm sorry. That last
It is.
I
Power
don't know
Broker
I
is-
why.
said it was her the entire time, so it didn't hit me as bad. That's my perspective on the show. Is the whole time I was watching, I was going, "You all are fucking crazy." It's just Sharon Carter, and then it was, and so I wasn't disappointed by it. So yes, I recognize that maybe as a TV show, that part kind of falls short, but like overall, I love this
Sam's
stuff.
arc. Sam's
It's
arc.
so
S.
good. It's so
Sam.
good.
Sam's arc
I
is
don't
With
know,
Bucky
man.
and the
Whatever,
and
like
Bucky,
I just
Bucky and
remember thinking
Wakanda,
the Flag
Bucky and
Smashers.
Wakanda,
Bucky's
the,
great. Bucky Wakanda.
the
Oh,
Dora Milaje stuff. Oh my
So good.
god.
Flag Smashers
So
was
good.
set up just to be so interesting and like a
I
complex
like Carly
group.
Morgenthau because I like
Flag
No, but
Smashers.
I just
Flag
remember the
Smashers were
last
mid.
conversation between Sharon Carter and her and whatever her name was.
Carly-
the Flag
Carly
Smasher
Morgenthau.
girl.
Yeah.
That's the actress though, right?
No, that's the
No.
Oh, that's a character.
The actress is
I
Erin
don't know
Kelly,
why
but
one's their name.
Erin
I
Kelly.
just
Okay,
I just remember that
Sam-
just falling so flat, being like that is what is this whole season's been leading up to.
Sam's arc. S. Everything with Sam. S. Bucky A to S.
S. The Wakanda
Flag
stuff
Smashers.
is
Flag
S, man.
Smash. Yeah. No, I agree. Sorry. S.
To me,
Zemo,
Flag
Zemo,
Smashers.
all the
Flag,
Zemo stuff.
Zemo A or S. Probably S.
This
Zemo's
is
an
the
S.
most forgettable.
Zemo
like,
dancing, all that
like,
shit is
TV
so
show.
good.
Flag Smasher. C. Power Broker F.
The scene with Zemo and Bucky at like the
okay,
at the
just,
memorial
just,
again,
Just give it your ratings.
where he's like
though,
gonna
you know?
he's gonna.
Just-
I put this honestly. I would personally put this top B
Bottom A
bottom
or top
A.
B.
Yeah,
That
bottom A. Like top B, yeah.
absurd, dude. No,
I like this show. I think
I
there's
like
a
this
lot.
show a lot.
Him getting the
Lots of
suit.
love.
This
The cap
I
suit
know,
is so-
I know. You keep naming
It feels
good
so
moments. I
earned.
know.
It
But you're
feels so
telling me,
earned,
you're telling
too.
me that like
Him
like
with Isaiah Bradley and Eli
okay, I know
Bradley.
you're naming
all the
good
Isaiah
moments, but
Bradley
you're
stuff
telling
is
me
so
that
good.
the show is better than some of this stuff in like A and B. It's not true.
I think it is. I would
I
rather
think
watch.
absolutely. Sam's arc is S.
Well, the Iron Man movies are better than Falcon and
No,
Winter
I would
Soldier.
rather
No.
watch
Like,
that.
come
Yeah, no,
on.
there's so much. There's
I
like,
think-
it's like a 4.5-hour movie about these two guys,
Yeah,
and,
bro.
like, their trauma and the pain, like all that shit is
So
and the
good.
action. The
Alright,
action is
whatever,
Action's
really good.
amazing.
I'm going bottom
Action's
C.
underrated in this
Or,
show.
like mid C.
Yeah, I would put
Let's
this
see.
like bottom A. So I think you would have to go.
I'm gonna put since we've been talking so highly of bottom A, I put it there too.
I like this show. I think the show
I like the show a lot too.
is
Alright, so it's gonna end
underrated.
up somewhere
A
in
lot
B.
to love. Dude, Sam and Bucky Carey. Oh my god.
The fight with them in the warehouse
They're
against
dy-
John
I
but they're
hope
Walker.
they were
dynamic.
Gary. The
They're
show
dynamic.
is named after them.
Their dynamic is so good. Unbelievable.
Just
Where-
little stuff. When what's his name? Battlestar
okay,
gets
okay,
killed.
Okay, I'm sick of talking.
Mhm. Battle, yeah.
We've given our thought. It's gonna end up in like
B.
mid.
It'll be
Where,
in
where are you?
I'm like mid C. So
I think it'll probably go right below Iron Man
yeah,
2.
yeah. It's not.
Which I think
good.
is a shame. Okay,
All right,
Loki.
are we all
can
in agreement?
Loki
Loki's
S.
Okay.
Loki
S.
says
We got to make
Where?
it's
a
bottom S though, because
Where?
it's a TV show. But
I disagree. I honestly would put
Okay,
Loki
Why?
in the
I
middle.
don't understand that. I don't understand
I
because
don't know.
of
I
the
mean, if
TV
it's just
show.
like, I don't know. I don't judge movies and TV shows as the same because it's completely different because they have much longer time to tell a story. So,
I would
don't
personally
know.
put it, Johnny, right below Homecoming.
Like I don't know how to rate my favorite TV show of all time. It's my favorite movie.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know
I
how
gotta
to
think
do
about that, Levi.
You know, but I'm looking at this list. Like only I think it's better than is Guardians 2.
This is Michael Waldron writing his ass off. I think this show is like it's airtight. Dude, each episode is
I'm
like
surprised you're so high in it, John. I thought you like hated like Lamentus. I thought you didn't like that episode.
Lamentus, great.
I've come
underrated
around.
ep.
I've come around. I've come around on it.
You know, her name
This
is
is an
escaping
S for me. It's bottom of S.
Yeah, I'd put it.
I
I
think
think
above
I could. I think, Levi. I think I could, this is good.
That's where I'd put it.
No, please don't put it above Iron Man.
I think Loki is better than Iron Man. I think
Not,
that show
not.
is way more interesting to watch than Iron Man is. Dude, the freaking episode 5 alone in the void with old Loki with freaking
Oh,
Richard E.
I
Grant
gotta think about
is
this.
so
This is a big
good.
decision.
Sylvie, the whole
Do I like?
Loki
Do
as a
I like
character.
Iron Man? Do I like
Loki-
Iron Man more than Loki?
Yes.
Oh my god, the end of episode 2 in the windstorm in Alabama when they're
All
showing
right.
up.
Here's where I'd put it. Here's where
Yeah, that's
here's
good.
where I put it.
I'm fine with it.
Here's where I put it. That's where I put it. Final
accept
decision.
I accept it. It's
Okay.
whatever.
All right, Shang-Chi, D.
C. Bottom
C.
C.
Bottom-
No, top C.
I'd say
Top C. I actually,
yeah,
there's a lot.
top-
There is stuff to
top
love.
C.
There is stuff to
top
love.
C, top C, top C.
I'm going.
Ooh, you know what?
I'm
No,
going
I like
D.
it better than Thor.
I like Captain Marvel better in this movie, so I'm going bottom D.
I'm conflicted because
Which one of you only saw like the
Okay,
last half of
no,
the movie? The
no,
first time.
that was the
You
first
were-
time I saw it. Yeah, I've watched it since. That's not like
the first half of this movie
Uh,
is worth it. And
no.
then
When I initially,
the first
I
half of
only
the movie
saw
is
the
better.
second half of the movie like in theaters, and I was like, that was awful. And
Yeah,
then
the
I
third
watched
act-
the first half. It's like, okay, it's pretty good.
the third act is
I'd-
really not my favorite.
Really not great. I'd put it.
I would advocate for the very top of C because I agree with you, Johnny, that I think I like that movie more than Thor. But I think Thor is honestly, in terms of like a 3-act structure,
a better- yeah, no, it's better.
probably better made because
No, top C.
it really falls apart. Like, everything with oh my god, freaking Tony Leung as Wenwu, that's a good
Goated.
That's a good villain.
Goated.
He
That's
is
a good villain.
his performance. It's much like
That's top
Killmonger.
10. That's
He
top 10
turned into a
MCU.
dragon at the end, right?
That shit was
No.
bad. No,
He
no.
turned into a
Like,
dragon
he, like
at the end.
unleashed a dragon out at the end.
Yeah, he
Unleashed a
unleashed
dragon.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
he didn't turn into a
Whatever. I
dragon.
don't know. This is bottom D.
Yeah,
for
that
me.
stuff was not good. The dragon stuff is bad.
This is C. Top C.
I'd say yeah. That's where it lands.
Ben.
All right, so probably I've said bottom D. I've been saying bottom D.
So it's a B versus a C versus a D. Put it in like right.
No. I'd top C. Top C. I'm top C.
Okay. Well, I thought you said you liked it more than Thor, though.
No, I'd top C.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it goes right there. Two
No,
top
I go
Cs.
one over. If I'm going bottom D.
Oh, you're
that's-
bottom D. You're bottom D.
I'm
Okay,
bottom.
yeah.
I like Captain Marvel more than Shang-Chi. As much as I'll dog on Captain
Wow.
Marvel.
It's a bold take.
All right, here's another
Okay,
one. This is a D movie.
I need to put this,
Oh, this is an
below.
F. This
I
is
need.
an F.
Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. We're all in
This
agreement.
is here. This is here.
No, this needs to go below Captain Marvel. This movie is.
This
like,
is here.
It's
Yelena's
it is
really
not
good.
I
Yelena's
just,
good.
I really
It is
like
not-
Black Widow, but she's just not interesting in
I
this
know,
movie.
and it's
The
not
CGI
nearly as well
is
made,
awful.
though. It's not nearly as well made,
Taskmaster-
Johnny.
Taskmaster is such a horrible,
What did you say?
horrible.
It's not
like-
nearly as well made. Like Captain Marvel, you can hate it, but the movie looks better than Black Widow. Black Widow.
If I had to pick, I'd rather watch Black Widow. So I'm gonna put it here, top D.
But Ben's an F.
I'm saying F. Are you saying F, Levi?
Where are you saying, Levi?
I could go D too, I guess.
I'd put a
but
D.
it's
I'd put a
Yelena.
D
I like
below
Yelena
Captain
a lot.
Marvel. I love Yelena, but the movie that she is in is not good.
Yelena is the only good part.
So here.
So
So it's
yeah,
here.
fine.
Yeah.
Bottom D.
Fine. What if? Also, honestly, this is a hot take. It's a D show. I don't like this
Yeah,
show.
I haven't
don't-
seen the whole show because I thought I was so uninterested in the first.
No interest, and every episode I kept being.
I know there were
waste
good
time.
episodes, but
I don't want to
even the
watch
Doctor
this.
Strange episode people talk about.
Doctor Strange episode is the only one that's good. in my
That's
opinion.
insane. There's many more good episodes. The show is worth watching.
I
I really like the show. It
don't
would probably
agree.
land bottom B for me, but it should go like middle C. I think probably is where it should end up on our list.
I'm going
Just like-
bottom D, and so is Johnny.
Bottom
so.
D.
Damn, this show is D for you guys.
No, no, no. I put a top D. So,
There's
but
so
not
much to offer
not
in
a
this
big
show.
jump, but
I was bored by it.
don't like it.
Damn.
Absolutely no interest.
All right. I mean, I'm not gonna like fight for it that hard, but I just think it deserves
Yeah.
more than that.
Hawkeye, another D.
I think this should be.
Where are
very-
we putting this? Where are we putting this?
Oh, top D.
Yeah?
I accept. We
Top
top
D,
D right
top
there.
D.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Okay. Hawkeye.
I will.
Bottom-
I'm gonna fight for my life to get the show in the very bottom of C because I think there's enough that is interesting in the show visually, plot wise, in the first 3 episodes to merit at least a middle of the road show.
Okay,
I
no,
just-
you're right. You're right.
Like,
Here's what I
It's
put
better.
it.
Yeah, no, it's better than Shang-Chi.
Bottom B.
like, yeah. Like I
Bottom
don't.
three.
I personally don't think it deserves B because I really do
No,
think
no,
that the
it's C.
back half
This
of the
is C.
show makes
Top
it fall
C?
off so goddamn.
The
hard.
last episode is so.
I think. No, hold on. I think WandaVision had a worse flop than Hawkeye.
No.
No.
I
No.
fully disagree.
Hold on.
I think Hawkeye is the worst. Hawkeye is the textbook example of
Hawkeye had the worst
MCUing,
flop.
MCUing an ending.
Yeah, the
It is-
Yelena stuff in here was.
Bro,
Yeah,
go
that
back
was
and
good.
watch our reaction. on this
Yelena, you're
YouTube
right,
channel.
Johnny.
We
Yelena,
were,
episode
like,
4 and 5, really cool.
we were
But you know
not
what? You know what's
happy.
not cool? Building to Kingpin to do what they did to Kingpin. It is one of the worst things.
I
It is one of
agree.
the worst builds in any show ever. You want to talk about
Echo also doesn't get like an interesting
No,
resolution.
like-
None of the
like,
tracksuit
Johnny,
mafia.
the
like,
whole show was building. Remember when we saw Kingpin's hand in that one shot? We're
Yeah, I
like,
know, I
fuck,
know,
like
I
he's
know.
coming. Like the show was like, it's him. Like we're building to
I
him.
know.
And then he is a clown. It is a clown show.
and-
It is
and-
an
and
absolute buffoon.
Dalton's character. I remember like nothing happened with that.
It's
and
so
obviously,
goofy.
her mom being like evil is just awful.
They
like,
they
evil.
did my boy
He
dirty.
rips off the car door. You're like, oh my god! And then he's wearing a Hawaiian suit, and then he gets hit by that car. And then it's
That was okay. That was a Vincent D'Onofrio special.
It was so bad, dude.
That was the costume was a Vincent D'Onofrio special.
I
Yeah,
know.
this is
I
good.
know.
Top
It's
C is
comic
good, though.
accurate.
Top
but like,
C is good. I
yeah,
don't think we need to
there's
discuss
enough
it.
good
I
in
know,
the show.
but Kate Bishop's so good in the
I know.
show.
That's what I'm saying. There's enough good.
And
but the
Hawkeye's
whole-
so good in
the
the
plot-
show.
I know
I
this
know,
is a
but the-
middle of the line show.
But Johnny,
like, I
Johnny,
don't
Johnny,
know.
Johnny, the plot of the show. Remember the watch? The watch that's stolen. That's the plot of the show, and it's what? It's a reference to how his wife
Yeah.
is a character in the comics
I
that
know.
we're
I
never
remember.
gonna
I
see.
remember. I remember.
And like it was Kingpin. That
There's
was
a
what,
lot. You go back.
that was
like,
what people were
I don't
building.
know.
Like it built to nothing. You're right.
gave
Kate
this
Bishop
so
and
many
But
Yelena.
this has one of the funnest vibes, like the Christmas time in New York.
I know,
I
but
love
they,
it.
they don't land it. And you know what? One of the
They don't
best
land
parts of the
it.
goddamn show is the Yelena scene when
Oh.
she blips back in, and that's not even part of the Hawkeye.
I agree.
thing.
That's not even. You know. What I just thought about, and this is where I just started to agree with you guys. Rogers the musical, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
the
go.
longest
Drop it there.
Disney Plus finale ever.
It's
12
dropped.
minutes of Rogers the musical.
It's dropped. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
literally
thought
just
it was.
what it is.
I liked the scene initially when like they're at the show, and was it the second episode maybe, or even the first?
And he goes to
episode.
the urinal and he says it says like Thanos is right on the urinal. Like that stuff was
Yeah.
interesting. But
Yeah,
all
that.
that stuff,
but then
all that
yeah,
stuff was
them
gone
sticking
by
it
the
at the end. And they
But
did
that
that
was so good in the show.
Dude,
That
you
was
guys
so
like
good.
that?
and they did my boy Grills so dirty. They brought in these characters from the comics, from the Aja comics that I've read, and they didn't do anything with them. Or like freaking the clown guy, not Constantine. Like he was just nothing. He was nothing.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
It was like it was
Yeah.
an insult.
It's C. It's top C though.
And that was all the back half. That's what I'm saying. It's all this tracksuit mafia stuff in the back half. It's the last 2 episodes. I'm telling you, they really tanked the show. It
Yeah.
didn't land.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's gonna go to Johnny though.
No, I
Yeah.
agree.
So top C then.
Eternals.
I said because Rogers the musical. This is why.
And they had to pad out D23 with Rogers the musical too. They did it twice.
It's the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, that's
Oh my god, that's incredible! Here's
Eternals.
the biggest change in my opinion, probably out of any MCU movie.
Let's put in
Eternals.
A.
I This is a beautiful movie, looking movie for me. However, pretty much everything else sucks.
I don't think it sucks. And on the same merit as I fought for
Well,
Hawkeye,
sorry, not maybe not sucks, but
even
it's
though it's a
mid.
show I don't like
Movie.
personally. No, I'm talking about Hawkeye. I'm saying
Oh.
even though I fought, like I still fought for it to see because I recognize there's enough going on in it to merit like. And I feel the same way about Eternals. There's enough happening in Eternals. Like, yes, it doesn't always work for me. It's boring, but goddamn, the movie's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
It was
But Chloe
beautiful.
Zhao,
That's what I'm
Chloe
saying.
Zhao made a really interesting looking film.
I agree.
Thematically, I also
Yeah.
think she made a really interesting movie. But like the
Eh.
plot stuff with like Crow is his name. It's KRO. That's the guy's name.
Yep. That's it.
All that stuff, not good. Very bad.
Not good.
Doesn't
I
land.
don't really think. Again,
But-
the visuals is the main.
But the
main
fight,
play here.
even the fight in the third act is sweet. Everyone fighting Icarus,
Oh.
like all that stuff is great.
Goated, yeah. Oh,
Like-
yeah, no, VFX goated, dude.
Very
Icarus
good.
versus
I think
who's
it's like
Speed?
Makari.
Makari.
Yeah.
Amazing. I get goosebumps in that scene. That fight is so good.
I would say C. I think this is a C.
Yeah,
This is
no,
another
this is the classic MCU C, man.
I'd
It's
put
middle
it
of the line. It's middle of the line.
Here, though, I think.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate
Ooh,
that either.
here. No, here.
I don't hate either of those. I could put it below Hawkeye.
Nah,
Here.
I'm okay with
here,
that either.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, dropping it there.
All right, Johnny. No Way Home.
Kick us off with your No Way Home take.
I legally have to say S. I can say bottom S, but I legally have to say S.
No, I'm legally obliged to agree with you. I think this is an S tier MCU movie.
Whoa.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Wow, I didn't expect that. I don't expect that out of you, Levi.
I
That's
fucking
interesting.
love this movie.
I do too.
I'm going like top B for this movie.
B.
Whoa.
Bro, okay. I've been saying this since the very start. I
Whoa.
walked out of this movie
Whoa.
with a take. Like, first off,
No,
Doc
I don't agree with
Ock.
that.
Doc
Wait,
Ock.
Doc Ock bad in this movie. I'm sorry. Like,
Not bad.
they
Oh,
play
not
him
bad.
for laughs. Like,
No,
Really?
not bad. Not bad.
they like I don't know. It's not mid. Fine.
Is he better? Is he better in Spider-Man 2?
They
The
play him
goated
for laughs.
superhero movie?
They just
Yes.
don't give him enough to do.
We are who we
But
choose to
mostly my
be.
issue
So
with this movie comes from
choose.
the plot. Like, it's just so all over the place. Like, the first act, man,
It's
just like the college
convoluted-
applications. But then
hold on.
let me
It's a-
come on. Let me make my take, man.
All right, go ahead.
Please, keep interrupting.
Sorry.
Like,
I'm sorry.
The
You're
first act,
right.
all
I'm passionate about this movie.
college admissions stuff. It's just like it's fine if that's what the movie was about, but it so quickly gets distracted. Doctor Strange, what is going on with Doctor Strange in this movie? It's so dumb. Like, basically, this movie, it boils down to me that this whole movie was just they got into a writer's room and they're like, how can we bring in Toby and Andrew and villains into this movie? And they're like, it's just like, oh, Doctor Strange spell go wrong. It's so dumb, and the rules they play with are so loose, and it's confusing, and you really have to like try to make it work in your head, and it just like doesn't if you
I
like
can't
look
get
too
to
much
Loki.
into it.
I don't agree. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think
And
it's
it's
that
about,
bad.
but like, what happens when they get sent back? Like what happens to Toby and Andrew's movies? Like what happened? They're dead. The characters are dead. Do they go back right before they died? Like, how do they get? Like, what is happening? Like, it's so confusing. It doesn't make any sense.
I think it would probably just make new timelines.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It would just branch because in Loki, the way I always taken it.
In
is
Loki, that's what I thought
opened
too.
the multiverse, and then this movie.
I don't know.
following
I
it.
just like for all the like I love watching this movie. I love seeing all the characters, and Green Goblin is like so
Yeah,
This is a fun-
everything
this is a
you've said.
fun movie.
Everything you've said, I hear you. But allow me to counter
That's
with
the bad.
Willem
But I know,
Dafoe-
but
with
we all
Willem
agree on
Dafoe
the
No,
good.
I'll-
We all
slamming
agree on the good.
freaking Spider-Man through the floor of an
Like
apartment
it's
building.
really
It's the
like
coolest
Spider-Man
And,
standing in
probably
front of J. Jonah.
That
like,
scene's probably one of the best fights.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
No, I think
standing in front of
whatever.
J. Jonah, like
Crying. Oh,
like
this movie
crying,
makes me
like
so
it's so
emotional.
good.
That
Like,
shot,
Aunt
those
May
shots.
death is like fantastic. I just like I don't know. The plot is just too messy. Like at times, like when I look at Homecoming,
I
or
don't.
even
I don't.
Far From Home, I think they're both way more consistent, fully realized 3-act movies.
Okay,
So
yes,
I can
hold
give this
on.
movie props for bringing in, my childhood like characters I love,
Hold on.
Toby and Andrew, like and Doc Ock, like yes, but like
There's
it
so
doesn't
much.
do it well.
I don't agree with that. There's so much more to balance, and I think they did probably the best job that it could have
No, I don't
gone.
agree with that at
And
all.
what it does
I
to
think
set
the
up
Toby
Tom
and
as a
Andrew
perfect Spider-Man.
like intros
Yeah,
could have been so much better. They could have been
it
in
does
the movie
it does
more. Could have mattered more. Doc
it
Ock could
does
have
it
been utilized more. Like what's going on with Electro? Like I don't know.
I love him. I love Jamie Foxx. I think he's
I
great.
love Electro in it.
I'll give you bottom A, but it's not an S tier. Like the plot is just like too shaky for this to be an S tier movie.
And it works for me.
It works for me too. I love the Chaotic. It's such a fun movie. It's a ride. It's a ride of a movie, and
Homecoming
I
is
will.
leagues better than this movie.
I like. I can't hate this movie. Like this, I can't. I love it.
I had a great viewing experience the first time.
I know we all watched it together.
Every subsequent viewing experience, I still enjoy it.
Not
Like
not as good, but still enjoyed.
I know, but the fact that
this is the MC. Oh, by the way, this is the MC movie I've seen the most out of all these. I think out of all these, yeah, out of all these. I love it.
Upon all my rewatches, I just like I really enjoy all the like big moments, but I just think the pacing and just the plot of the movie is just too convoluted for me to call it an S. It's still probably an A movie.
I want to watch this movie.
The cream of the crop, and I just don't see it.
I want to watch this movie right now.
I put it in like a mid A. It just I don't know. Too much of it frustrates me.
Well, mid A and a couple S's will probably bring it to the very top of the A.
Yeah. And I think that's where that is fine, completely fine. I think that's where it belongs. Like, if you're talking about what makes up an S movie, I just don't think this movie has it. I don't know.
Well, this poster certainly doesn't have it.
No.
But
top A.
But the movie I think does. This is fine. I'm okay with this, and I'm not.
I'm glad you're not.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. Well, I mean, it's not a big jump. It's just bottom.
Honestly, Moon Knight's gonna be like bottom to mid B.
I would fight for B for Moon Knight. Once again, I mean, it's the same thing I have to say with all these. The lower
tier shows. Here's my biggest question. Over the show, top show, or below?
I mean, top show.
What do you mean?
Like above Falcon?
Well, Loki is an S, so that's the top show.
Oh, sorry.
For me, for me, this is above Falcon.
Yes, I would also put it above Falcon and Winter Soldier. Personally, just because I think, well, I don't know.
Here's what I start to think about.
Actually, I don't
know. That last step again. It's that last step.
Okay, but Falcon also has a really bad last step.
I know.
No, it has a no. Here's the thing with both of these. They have sections. Of bad stuff. In their last steps.
Fight just is so weird. Why did you?
So bad.
But for me,
Moon Knight flying.
Moon Knight flying. The whole
bad.
Egyptian stuff is awesome, and then like just Layla and
what?
Yeah, Scarlet Scarab.
Great character.
Cool. I like her. Yeah, we like right.
Like the first 5 episodes are all.
No, actually, okay. Can I make a statement here? I think this actually might have the best ending of any MCU show.
Like
not last episode, but the best ending.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Him pulling Jake Lockley in the car, and you realize there's another personality, is so good. And him driving.
I know, but even just all the
that's you mean
like the insane
like
asylum
such
stuff,
a good ending.
and just like I don't know, like
all the stuff, the reality bending stuff is really good. But I also say the VFX. I know I was saying it was good in the beginning. I realize it's not as great now. It's not good.
But like the whole show.
Okay, but neither are the No Way Home VFX.
It's just like Kingpin.
Fair enough.
Kingpin.
If you're gonna bring
that Hawkeye was building up to Kingpin.
That's a fair point.
If you're a fan of Moon Knight, the show was building up to Jake Lockley, like he has another personality. Where is it in the show? And for them to end it that way, of like the twist of like, oh, I love it. He just kills.
Let's talk about the actual show.
That's part of the show. That's how the show ends.
Well, that's an end credit scene. I thought.
No, but that's right? The end of the show.
Well, yeah, okay.
It's top B.
But all right.
Yeah, I fight top B as well.
But here though, or here, above Iron Man 2 or no?
I would personally put it above Iron Man 2.
I would put it below.
I put it here.
Okay,
I like it there.
Okay,
Here
good.
we go. Here we go. Hot takes inbound.
If you're gonna try to put
Um,
this in S, Levi, I'm gonna lose.
Levi,
my
you go
mind.
first. Let's go bottom up. 'Cause I want to be last.
No, this is not an S tier movie. I do think it's an A tier movie though. I really like everything that goes on in this film. I think it's the Sam Raimi, like I like it. I don't know. I like Wanda as a villain. I like her killing the Illuminati brutally.
I do too. I love that.
That
scene.
that
I
whole
love
sequence
sequence
is
It's
fucking
fantastic. It's
awesome.
fantastic.
Them getting chased through the multiverse. I love Wanda as a villain. Like her in this movie is one of my favorite villains.
Did they really good chase for the multiverse though?
I think they did. And him. I don't hate America Chavez. Everyone was like, I liked
American
I
Chavez
like
a
it. I
lot.
like
Oh,
it.
I don't hate. Who hates her?
A lot of people do.
Really?
Yeah.
They do
Well-
like this is an American Chavez movie, not Doctor Strange movie. Nope.
Which I think is not true at all.
Yeah.
I love the
Sorry.
fight at Kamertage. Like, there's just Wong in this movie is great. I like. I don't know. I like it. Like,
No,
this is
I
one of the-
agree.
This is one of those ones where,
Benedict Wong. Okay, hold on. Benedict Wong is just naturally good.
like when she is like trapped inside of like and she's going through the mirrors and like breaking out and it cuts the it's a Sam Raimi. It's Sam Raimi. I personally, this is the way I this isn't my take, but I heard someone say this. If you like the music fight in this movie, determines whether or not you like this movie. And to me, I like the music fight. The music fight is something that like I like. I think that's cool. I don't know. Like it's silly and dumb, but it works for me. It's I don't know. I can't. This is one of those movies where I can't really. Anything I say is just if I say it, you could see the same thing and just not like it. So I don't know. Like it works for me.
This is a very subjective movie, but Ben, go ahead.
Because I'm gonna say, like when I think about this movie, I can't like, think of anything I don't like about it. It's I think it's all very solid.
Oh, dude, he gets
Except-
resurrected in his corpse. So cool.
I know. It's the one scene I really don't like is when they're just walking down the street and they like accidentally step in like a memory pad and it's like look at this like exposition. It's like the cheapest like screenwriting I've seen in my entire life of like can everyone see the memory? Like, it's just so stupid.
It's stupid.
But everything else is very solid. But it's like, but that being said, like I'm not gonna put it up in like A. Like I think this is like a mid to top B movie. Like yeah, I don't know.
So Levi, you put it where?
I would put this movie right below the first Doctor Strange. On this list, I'd put it right below the first Doctor Strange. Personally, I like it more, but on this list, I think it deserves to be in the middle of
yeah.
Ben.
Like
Ben.
I'm gonna say between Moon Knight and Iron Man 2.
Okay. I was very disappointed by this movie. I am a diehard Raimi fan, Raimi head, whatever you want to call me. I was very let down by this movie. I don't think I don't like this movie. I don't think not a lot of this movie worked for me. I'm not a monster. I'm a mother. Awful. I don't for the title of this movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I feel like it did not live up to that title whatsoever. I feel like the Illuminati was
we
pretty
saw
stupid
Professor
in
X
this movie.
That shit was
I
awesome.
don't know. I don't think that's a good criticism to be like it was called Multiverse of Madness and like
I
But
don't think it lived up to the title.
We got the
but I don't think
animated
it's a good
X-Men
criticism.
theme
Just think
in
about what
live
you
action.
got. Like
People,
How
I
did-
cheered for that.
the movie we
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
got was good.
I think it's a pretty valid criticism. But,
Awesome.
I mean,
I think it's a valid
okay.
criticism. I don't agree with it though.
Okay.
I mean, it's one thing if they like teased more multiverse stuff like in the trailers and then like it wasn't there. But
It's not that. I think it's the simple fact that we really only go to one other place, one or two other places, which it just I don't know. I don't feel like it lived up to the title. It's a fair thing to say. I thought Doctor Strange is so mid in this stuff too, because like this is like he's so good in like everything but in the Infinity Saga. But he was just so mid in this, like unbelievably mid. America Chavez, yeah, she was fun. She was good. Glad. I hope to see her in the future. Wong, it's hard to not like Wong in anything. I think
Just rank it.
he's
We're
just
almost at 2 hours.
good.
Just rank it. Where are you putting it?
Where did you put it, Ben?
You put it right below.
I
Iron Man
put
2.
between Iron Man. And
All right, so this is not my overall opinion on my ranking because I put Ant-Man higher, but I think I'd put it here.
Oh, after all of that, like that's so funny because like I like.
Well, think
I
about
would,
what's below it.
I
I
know.
put Ant-Man
I
much
know.
higher, but think.
It's true.
But,
I would say
okay,
I
but this
really.
is. But hold
No,
on.
I just
But
think it's funny because I would
Far
say I
From
really
Home's here
enjoy this
too.
movie, and you say you do not like it at all. Yet, like,
Far From Home is right here too.
So it would go to the top of B then. It'd be at the very top of B.
Yeah.
If you average all of our opinions, it'd be the very top of B.
okay, I like that. I thought Joe was going to put it in F after all
Yeah,
that.
so did I. Yeah, I thought he was gonna put it at F too.
No, I don't think it's as bad as any of these.
It's Marvel.
Actually, well, I may like Eternals more.
No
But
way.
anyways,
Really?
no, I don't think I do. I take it back.
Miss Marvel.
All right, Miss Marvel. Ooh, I don't know if. So for me, I think we all have the same opinion. But
We
for
all
me,
like
I'm
it.
thinking
Yeah.
about
We all like
if
it.
it's an. I think it's no, it's an A. I think.
Yeah,
It's
it's an A. It's not an S.
I was
Yeah,
debating
yeah.
between S or A too, and I think A.
I
came
was
out.
too.
No, it's
I
an
think
A.
it's an A.
It's
Yeah.
like
Top A. I think
Well,
I
mid
might have
A.
really
You
think
know,
where
I don't know.
put this.
it's mid A. I would put it like right behind Civil War personally.
I put it right behind Civil War.
I-
Oh no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I put it here.
I'd probably put it there too. So
Okay.
Okay. I mean, that could be down in B, and I wouldn't even like hate it. I don't know.
I love Miss Marvel.
I did too.
I could not put
Miss
Miss Marvel.
Marvel
in B.
is such a good show.
Okay. Thor.
Love it.
Another movie that me and
Love
Levi are sort of
and
up on.
This killed my. Well, okay, it didn't kill my. It brought down my love for the MCU significantly.
It
I
brought
think
down your
Taika.
love for the whole MCU. I don't know about that.
Just like going forward. I think going forward.
See, I liked where this movie was.
I didn't like this movie at all. I think it's not really good. I don't think Taika. You can tell that Taika cared a lot less. I think just in general.
Okay, I don't think he
Uh,
cared a lot less. I think the difference is he wrote it, and him writing a movie versus him directing a movie are different things. And he wrote and directed this one, and this is just how he writes. I'm not saying it's good or bad.
No,
You
because
can
I
like it or
don't.
not.
I
But
don't
I think
agree. I
this is just
don't.
the way he wrote it.
No, because I've seen his other films. This is not. I don't agree.
I know, but I think they're written in a
I think
similar
these are.
way.
I don't agree.
In
I
terms of
don't
the way
think
the
they are.
humor works, this was very Taika. This
The
was
humor, but I think his movies are before all this are a lot better than this. I really didn't like this movie. Did not make me like any of the characters in this movie better. If anything, it brought them down a bit for me. I think the ending is probably one of the weirdest ones in the entire MCU, and does not make me excited to see Thor again.
really
Going
Well,
forward, yeah.
with his the daughter.
with love.
Yeah,
what?
I don't know. I'm just
With little
gonna
eternity,
get on
eternity
all
girl.
that.
Yeah, like the eternity scene is awesome.
Yeah, I like all
I
that
don't
stuff.
And
I don't
Thor
really
is
think
great.
it's that
Like,
good. I don't really think
I'll go. Yeah,
Thor
just wait it.
was
We're getting
that great.
we're
But
getting
okay.
so late here.
Well, I mean, I mean, this is our second to last one.
I know, but just like, where do you put it though?
I'd probably put it here.
Really, right below Eternals, huh?
Mm.
See, it just you say you don't like it at all, but then you were advocating for Shang-Chi a lot earlier. I don't.
I know, but I had a
understand
top seat.
why
Again, I might. This is
Yeah.
not my rank. You're
But
acting
you
like
don't
it's like my
you don't
ranking.
like any of those like anything there in C. If you don't like it at all,
Not
it's really
really.
okay.
I would advocate this movie to go right below Multiverse of Madness. That's where I would put it. That's how
Where's
I feel about it.
Multiverse? Multiverse is in
It's at the
top
very
B?
top of B. So
Top B.
I'd put it right in top B. Because I think I like both of those movies.
Yeah, I don't know. This
For
is
very
definitely,
different
like,
reasons, though.
This is like bottom B for me. Like I like this movie. I don't have any like strong issues with it besides Jane. Like I thought she was not good in this movie at all. And they cut a
Oh
lot
my
of
God, I
stuff.
forgot about Jane. Yeah, she's.
They
You forget about
cut
Jane.
a lot of stuff, so I think that's why. But I don't know.
I would put
I-
it.
I think it's just
I-
not written well.
I would accept it right above first Thor, which is the very bottom of B,
Ben, where are you?
Like bottom of B.
and I'm top of B, and you're C. So I'm saying I would like it to be right below Ant-Man.
Probably here then.
No,
nope.
one up.
If I one up,
One up.
Wait, Ben, you said bottom B.
and I'm the top of B, and you're C, so put it.
Oh,
one
you said
above
no.
B.
I thought. Wait. You okay? You oh. Okay, I
It's
guess.
gonna go in between
Yeah.
Ant-Man and Thor.
Yeah. That's what we were saying. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
All right.
The
She-Hulk.
last
All right, last but not least, the most
She-Hulk.
recent project.
My hot
She-Hulk.
take: She-Hulk. I think it deserves to be in A. I really like She-Hulk.
I enjoyed She-Hulk too, like for tuning into like a 25-minute sitcom every week.
I think it
but
delivered on what it was.
I can't in good faith put it above a lot of the stuff. Like
I can't put it in good
I
faith
thought it was
above Moon
fucking-
Knight and
I thought it
Falcon.
was-
I would put it top C.
I thought it was funny. I loved Jennifer Walters. I love most of the side characters. All the cameos were always funny.
Here's how I would put it.
I would put it down, but like above Dark World or First Thor. But
I'd put this right next to Miss Marvel. For me,
No.
on my list.
Ooh, no.
I'm putting this like
I love
next to
Shield.
like Love and Thunder.
So
Like,
we're kind of mid A, mid B, mid C. So I don't know how I want to go about that.
Well,
I
it
think
would just,
I think it's gonna end up where it is right now.
it would just end up where it is. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
I
John,
personally,
you want to throw Daredevil?
Can I do it? Can I do it? Okay. So
think-
the most goated fucking thing
Yeah, it's
Marvel's
S.
ever done is
It's
this
S.
shit right here.
Yeah.
And I don't think I need to explain myself here.
I wouldn't put this top S personally, but it's definitely S tier.
The goat. I could talk. We can have a whole podcast. Hold on. Nope. No.
I think Daredevil is the Andor of the MCU.
Thank
Sure. Yeah, I like that take.
Goated.
Definitely the
Nothing
best
tops
show that
it.
well,
Nothing comes close.
Like it's a
That's
completely
not.
it's
That's
the
not
goat.
true.
no, but like it's a completely different tone, and
Yeah.
it's better for
Yeah.
it. And, like it's hard to compare sometimes. That's what I'm saying. I meant that in every sense, in a sense of
Everybody's
comparison.
goated.
Of like I think Andor is the best Disney Plus show for Star Wars. However, like there are like in terms of Star Wars, I often find myself liking stuff in Mandalorian or Book of Boba or Kenobi
Yeah.
more sometimes.
I'm
but Andor's
with
a better
you there on
show.
that take. And
Where,
there
like,
is
Daredevil-
there is bad
Daredevil-
stuff in Daredevil.
Like
Daredevil
like,
on top.
There is
like-
mid stuff on Daredevil. Like the end of season 2 of Daredevil, I think with all the hand stuff, it's like pretty kind of weak. So
but like as a TV show, though, like
That's
as TV,
Usually what
Spider-Man
people say about
Homecoming. Spider-Man
I'm not
Homecoming
even
is an
putting
S tier
agreement with
comic book
that.
movie. It's so good, but the shit that Daredevil can do sometimes,
Ooh,
it just hits
Yeah.
different.
gives me chills. Gives me
But
chills right now.
real rating because it's not a part
This
of
was a Johnny pick.
But yeah,
so.
whatever. You could put that on top of.
I'd also put this goat right here too. But
Get that out.
I'm not gonna do it.
Johnny,
gonna do
Matt
it.
Murdock and She-Hulk. Can I convince you to raise it any higher? Funny cameos. Matt Murdock was there. He
I
was
know,
Daredevil.
but this is where I put it here. I'm looking at these.
Yeah, it's not that She-Hulk is.
She-Hulk is not
She-Hulk is
better.
good. It's just not that it's better than a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
In terms of like MCU like level, you know.
Like would you say She-Hulk is above these two?
I personally enjoyed it more. I thought the Abomination. I thought Ross was hilarious. All that stuff
yeah,
was
it's
like
good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
like the
But
retreat.
it's not better.
It just worked for me. I don't know what to tell you.
Moon Knight and Falcon are better shows.
I think that's why I haven't raised it.
I
think it's 'cause
it was
better.
just it was fourth wall breaking humor that for me it hit. It didn't ever cross the
For
line.
the most part it hit for me too.
And for the fucking
Alright,
finale was
alright, well,
hilarious to me.
We all
finale was
know how
great.
this works. We all get to change. We can all bump something up a tier, up or
It's
down.
true. It's
So,
true.
Levi, why don't you
Yeah,
go
we'll
for it?
bottom to top.
Goodness, I
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I
Yeah,
really
I
gotta
don't-
look at this.
honestly don't know what I would do because I don't really like hate this list that much. There's not anything like I really hate other than okay, I know what I'm gonna do, and you might hate me for it. I'm gonna put Captain Marvel in C. I would fight for C. I would fight for
Where?
personally.
Top?
No,
I just put it,
I think it just goes to where it would be.
yeah, just
Like
put it in,
it's
like,
gonna put it in the
the
middle.
middle C. Yeah, I would move it like but it's so
Actually,
much
no.
better
Can
than
you
Eternals.
choose? No, okay, you
Yeah, you
choose
can.
where it goes.
Can I put it as one of my?
I don't care where you want to put it. I mean,
Put it in
that's, I don't
put it
like
there,
the
drop it.
average rule that we've been doing.
Drop it
I don't really understand it.
my Captain Marvel heads. I gotta fight for it.
Okay, I respect it. You're a man of
Listen, guys, for the audience. I mean, on my ranking, it's my number 27 of 36 in my order, but I just don't think the movie is nearly as bad.
So what?
as
Oh my
people
god,
say.
that's like wow. I did not know it was that low. That's pretty funny, actually.
It's
I thought it
not.
was in
It's
your
not,
top 10.
no, I just don't think it's that bad of a movie. Like I think people fucking hate this movie. I just don't think it's bad.
You talk about it like
The
it's top
villain
10.
is just off. Definitely the worst
Um,
MCU villain there is.
Ben, you got a pick?
I have to think. Do you know what you're doing? So I feel like I'm still looking at this list, and I'm like, I'm usually negative, and I bring something down. I sort of want to put something up. You know what? I know. I'm putting Doctor Strange up into S. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's acceptable.
Top?
I'm putting Doctor
Whatever.
Strange up. Well, no. Well, definitely in front of Guardians, but like I think Iron Man should be higher. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah,
You
that
only
there
got
is
one
fine.
pick. So you
There is fine. I know I do. I know the rules. Just
I
don't
And
think
so
Guardians
do
deserves to be up there.
I.
Guardians should be up into S too. Guardians 2 should be down.
For me, it's kind. Oh, actually, you know what?
You got
I'm
Spider-Man.
debating on.
You got No Way
I'm
Home.
debating
out
on 2 right now. I know. I'm debating on 2 right now.
there. He could also tank Far From Home. He could
Ooh,
also.
I'm debating on 3 right now.
Johnny could assassinate
Ooh,
Far
I
From Home
gotta think actually. Shit.
because I know he cares about Far From Home.
No. Oh,
You know, I would say when we were talking about doing this tier list, I made the point that it might not be a good idea because everything was going to end up like pretty high. And you guys were like, no. Like, look at this list. Come on, everything is just A, S, and B. Like,
There's some
come
stuff
on.
in C.
yeah.
So I know, but
I don't think this is a bad list. I think this is a good list. I'm
Well,
not.
I think
I'm not upset about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this is criminally I think this is criminally underrated, but
Move it.
I don't want.
you know?
I'm not gonna move it. That's not what I want
I
to
don't
do.
know, Ben. I just think on average the MCU is like.
I do
it's
too.
good-
I
good, yeah.
agree. I know. I think it's a good tier. Like I like for the most part.
Oh, what is my
I'm
move
just
gonna
saying,
be?
like,
Honestly, I feel the same way. I think this is probably our best list yet of like. I think this is
I
pretty
agree.
accurate. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty reflective.
I think it's pretty accurate as well.
Here's figure out raising these 2.
This man's agonizing. We're almost
It's
at the
been
2-hour
agonizing.
mark.
Yeah, make it.
I gotta. This is my number one. I'm putting here. Civil War. I've already made my
I like how he
case.
still puts it below Daredevil, even the one that's not actually on the list. I love that.
Fake.
Yeah. Well, these are my babies.
Yeah, Civil War. All right, no, I don't hate that either. Like
I mean, I guess S fine, but yeah, Civil War is not the best movie. In the MCU,
I agree with you, but like I don't hate that.
From-
Like I don't.
No,
I'm not
neither
like,
for
do I.
me-
yeah.
It's not.
For me, it is.
It's not even a
Civil
top five
War-
movie. Yeah.
So, yeah. Civil War is. I absolutely love it. And oh my god, the hype around. Oh, I can't even. All right, guys.
I think that was it. I think we did it.
We
We
good?
did it. Like a lot of stuff.
I think we just ranked the MCU.
And
we just did.
perhaps at the end of the next pod, we can throw Black Panther,
on there.
after we all see it.
Yes. Yeah. Wakanda Forever. Yeah.
This is what this is all about. Comes out
Wakanda.
this week. You guys have your tickets?
Yep.
Thursday.
I'm going Friday morning.
I won't be seeing it until Sunday, but
Ooh.
I'm seeing it with Johnny. So, all right.
All right.
You gonna send
Everyone,
us
yeah.
out, Levi?
Tell us. Yeah, leave down in the comments below what you thought of our list. What is the one thing that you would change? You know, if you're so inclined, leave that in the comments. And what are you most excited about with Wakanda Forever? Is it Namor? Is it the new Black Panther, who's definitely not Shuri? I swear, guys, definitely not Shuri. Is it Ironheart?
Sure.
Is that ironic?
It's literally a Lego figure of her in.
I know it's like
definitely-
it's like the
okay.
worst kept secret of all time.
No, definitely. But
Yeah.
I don't even know if that was ever. I feel that was always just like
No,
I knew that was going to be.
Well, no,
Or-
because they
No,
didn't know. They
Brian
didn't know who it was
Coogler
gonna
or something
be,
said
and-
something. They were like,
And when
the
and when
Black Panther is not everything.
Yeah, it was
something
the whole
like
thing.
it's not. Yeah,
it was a whole thing. It was a whole
it's
thing.
all day. We'll see though.
Anyway,
this weekend.
Thank you guys so much for watching this MCU tier list. We hope you liked it. Follow us on all the socials that are over there, right here.
There.
You know,
If you're new, subscribe.
subscribe. Maybe check out some other videos. We got some good content. Maybe another tier list if you like this one. Hopefully you watch this on
Yeah.
2 times speed because this was like 2 hours long, and I appreciate you for watching it. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. It's been Levi. It's been Gibbs. It's been Johnny. Bye.
Bye, sub.